Yeah, if you ever find...
Yeah.
Do the Running Man.
Boy. My imaginary buddy in my head is doing this.
Thank you, Kevin McLeod at Compotech.com.
Hey, Frank!
Alex
I need
Rose.
your help, Frank! I need your help, Frank!
He's asking for your help, Frank. Will you help him?
I was gonna until he started playing Alex Jones.
Hey, Frank!
Fuck you!
Well, there goes our monetization. Well, actually, everybody's
Our?
being demonetized this. Remember, Frank?
Yeah.
Today is the due date for, or was that yesterday?
I don't know.
Demonetization day from YouTube.
Oh, really?
Anybody, if you only got 2 subscribers to rub together, then I guess they're gonna be taken away.
Well,
Or
one
at
of those
least-
2 subscribers are rabbits, see? And they just rub together, and then they make a new rabbit. No? Okay.
Your 2 pennies for those 2 subscribers are gonna be taken away.
So, hi, everybody. Welcome to, what episode is this?
80. Yep.
What's everybody been up to?
Well, since you asked, you could go first if you want.
No.
All right, then.
No,
How
I
about
don't know.
Nate? You wanted to tell us what you've been up to?
I recently joined the Makerspace. I
You
think
mean that
Yeah.
room?
What?
That's Ian's makerspace.
So you joined Ian's apartment?
Yep.
No.
He's going to be.
Yeah, I'm charging him like $100 every
Yeah,
minute.
he's the guy that goes around and collects all the coffee cups and puts them in the dishwasher. Oh, man.
Hey, do you
Oh,
guys?
no, they-
I'll be down the hall if you have any questions.
Are you the RA on this floor? That's cool.
Don't forget to wear the sandals in the shower.
And don't forget, the sex ed lecture is like a next. Ian and I went to a few of those for like back when we were in college. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
Everybody
every
be
time you
stocking
ran-
up on rubbers.
Dude, every
What?
time you ran the sink, the dishes were so bad. It's like every time you ran the sink, it would start stinking because it's like a wet dog, you know?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Whoa,
But
whoa, whoa.
anyways,
After
Nate,
vomiting, I'm gonna continue.
uh,
Dry even over here.
where is this place? This place they get access to like CNC machines and
They have a
Other
CNC
crazy
machine. They've got they're getting a
Hot
forge,
tub titty.
an electric player. They have 3D printers, resin and additive,
yeah,
and they've got
chrome plating,
chrome plating.
Oh.
They've got
injection mold
workshop.
machines.
lathe, like you name it, they have it.
Yeah, and where's this based in? Is this Akron or something? You
Mhm.
said Akron.
Sounds pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
What are you planning on making at the maker's space?
I'm gonna make an injection mold machine.
Well, is it more beneficial to make your own, or is just to use theirs?
Like theirs has a 2-ounce shot, and this one has a lot more.
The one that you can make with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
injection mold machines are expensive.
yeah, they are.
And then I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna make a net gun.
Right. Okay.
Is your 3D printing situation still up in there too?
Yeah, I was also gonna get some help with that too, because like there's like 6 or 7 people with Robo 3Ds down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I hope you get that worked out because what was up with yours? Did you want to explain?
Basically, I wanted to get the hot end replaced with an E3D one because it has a lot less problems, like a lot less.
So, like, you kind of see. I guess I could kind of see like how Barnacles was hating on him because I was sort of surprised that he was, since he was all about it before, you know.
Yeah.
But is it just like, is it like their customer service and like
their
like, cut
customer
corners
service
and shit?
So when you get a guy that knows what he's talking about, customer service is good. But
Right.
to get that guy now, you have to make a 2-week appointment to talk to that guy. Whereas it used to be, and then at like 12 o'clock, you get a guy that he knows like general questions, but like you ask him anything like in depth on the thing, like error codes or anything, he does not know what he's talking about.
Yeah. And what about them cutting corners on like their product and stuff? Because you said all their hot ends keep breaking.
Yeah, it's got like a thin metal part where it can snap off. The brass hot end, it like the PLA will stick to it and get coated in it, whereas the E3D does not. If the filament gets stuck inside of the hot end, there's no way to really push it down. Like, I would have had to replace 4 or 5 of them.
Right.
Had I not found a workaround.
My problem with them was because I was thinking about getting the R2, and they pretty much screwed everybody because they promised a dual color 3D printer, and it ends up just being it's dual color capable, where you got to buy an extra extruder or whatever and plug it in.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of screwing the people that was backing them and stuff on Kickstarter
right.
for the second
you
one.
You have to completely disassemble the machine, and you have to tip it over on its side to access the electronics. So it's kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
But all that aside, at the time, it's a. Other than that, it's an okay machine. It's just the hot end sucks.
Yeah.
And rather than improving it, they're just like, we'll sell you the same old model.
Right.
And I feel bad for any of the original R1 people because they don't even sell those hot ends anymore.
Yeah.
Not to mention their shipping is $8 on like something that costs like $1 to ship it.
Yeah. Shipping is weird, man.
Well,
prices.
Everybody's got their beak wet some way or another.
Yeah.
We'll sell you this thing for a penny, but it'll cost you $50 shipping.
Oh no, like a thermistor, like something that would come in an envelope, like they've sent it in a bubble pack envelope, that literally it'll say $1 shipping on it. They'll charge $8 shipping per thing. So you got to bulk order like 20 of them in order to get your money. So you end up spending like $50 on thermistors, and I got 8 of them out of the 20 that were bad.
Wow. Anyways, what's been going on with you, Ben?
Well, I decided to rent a desk over at a co-working space, which is why my previous setup is things are in kind of disarray here in the home studio. I've got a iPad Pro with a Apple Pencil here. I've been using it.
You finally dropped some money on that, huh?
Well, I'd been thinking about it, and I figured why not, and then got a case for it, and
you wanted a portable drawing type of thing,
Well, it's nice for a digital sketchbook. I got Clip Studio Paint on it. It's basically the same as the desktop app. The only real downside to it is trying to import brushes. You have to do them one at a time, and each brush takes like 4 taps to get a thing installed. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Each set had like 3. I used the Ray Frendon brushes, and each set of those was like 100 plus brushes. So it's like tap 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 tap. Oh boy. So yeah, I got
tap it in. Tap.
Yeah.
Tap-a-roo.
So
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop the show for you.
Boy. Anyway, so yeah, I've been at the co-working space. Been working on a pitch for a studio is looking for ideas for shorts. So I was working on a pitch reel and pitch Bible for that, and working on putting together my freelancing page.
What kind of shorts are they looking for?
Like 10-minute things. They're billing themselves as an adult animation studio because they're like a French animation studio, and they got together with this millennial web distribute, like they have an app where people stream their content, and so they started a new studio, and they're focusing on adult animation, and they're looking for 10-minute short ideas in a series or whatever. So I was gonna, I've been working on that, and I figure if they don't, they're also looking for people to direct. So hopefully, if even if they don't like the idea, they might go, well, this guy, he looks like he could do something. We might keep his information, and if nothing else, I can use it as part of a reel for my freelancing site, because I'm gonna have a just a profile of me and my stuff, and say, would you like to hire me to do some freelance animation for you? Here's what I do. Magic.
Now, what, so you got the iPad Pro, like, did you get that because I don't know, like, the main differences with that Intuos portable thing, because I know you could, like, dock it in, so you could use the computer processor, or then when you want to be portable with it, then it's its own thing. Like, what is it, like an Android thing when it's portable?
Well, the
iPad thing. I'm talking about the Wacom one. What is that called?
Exactly. Are you talking about the old Cintiq Companion? Because they had an Android one for a while, but that wasn't working. Now they've got the Wacom Mobile Studio Pro, I think, is the current model.
Right. Well, I guess I'm just asking, what's the differences, and why did you choose the Apple one over a Wacom thing? Because since you're obviously a Wacom fan.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like I got a call from Verizon that we were like their customer of the month, and they were offering us a free Android tablet, and I went and I checked it out, and I was like, I already have an iPad, but it's an older generation, and I told them I was considering getting an iPad Pro because I've been hearing a lot of good things about the art on it, and so I ended up going with that, and it's pretty much it's the it has all the benefits of the original iPad that I had, but then art apps, it's like it actually when you buy the Apple Pencil, which unfortunately is a whole other purchase on top of you get the iPad, but then you got to go get the Apple Pencil. You can use regular stylus, but this one has is built by Apple. It has pressure sensitivity and is actually really good. So it's on a level I'd say comparable to Wacom. It's more of as far as mobile workstations, it's a really great mobile sketchbook, and you can do a lot of good stuff. With Clip Studio Paint, you can paint, you can draw, and you can animate in it. You can do illustration in it, you can do comic work in it. And I think yes.
As an animator, are you good at rigging and doing animations like that, or
he's a 2D animator?
2D animator.
You can. I've done rigs with 2D stuff. Cut out puppet rigs, but that's more for Harmony, and for that I would rather have a desktop. This is more of an all-purpose, portable while I'm out. If I want to have a sketchbook to do things and then export stuff in and out, right? He came back and then he left us again.
Right.
But it's I consider it as a nice go between if I'm on a trip, it's a lot easier to carry an iPad in a bag than it is to. I mean, the Mobile Studio Pro is really awesome, but it's also what is it, $2,000? So it's I'm still debating what I'm going to do about my next computer situation, because my Mac Pro is from 2008, and it's on the last version of the operating system it can run. So in a few years, I'm gonna have to Figure something
You
out.
gonna get a trash can?
You could.
Well,
you should
they're
get a
they're
rising-
supposed to be moving away from the trash can design, like coming up, because they realized that that was a mistake because of heating things
Whoops.
and how hard it is. You couldn't upgrade it as well as you could with the tower. So
Yeah, that's
I don't
kind of
know.
a. They kind of slipped up with that one, didn't they?
Well, they were trying
admitted
for
that.
they were trying for something, and it's much like they did with the cube. A lot of the same problems came with that. So I don't know. What are your thoughts,
Raw.
Frank, on the Mac Pro situation? There's the iMac Pro now. Have you guys talked about that any?
No, I think
No.
Doug may have a little bit.
He's talked about everything at least twice.
Well, I think Frank and myself would probably both be more of a fan of if they go back to your style of Mac Pro where you could add hard drives and it's pretty much like a regular computer, you know.
So could you build your own PC and then just put the Macintosh operating system on it?
Hackintosh.
You
Well,
can
yeah.
build a Hackintosh like that, but unfortunately, it's the matter of compatibility and the fact that every time they update the operating system, it might not work.
Oh, so you can't just make a PC and then install the original Mac operating system?
No, Mac OS, which I think it used to be OS 10, and now they're calling it Mac OS. It's a closed,
A walled garden.
a walled garden system where it's a closed OS. They don't. It's not. I mean, you can develop for it, but it's not everybody. It's not like Windows where you can put it on anything. They want to control the hardware so that they create the experience that they want you to have, which is.
I'm trying to think of how they would do that, and wouldn't that just be the CPU chips?
Well, I mean, it's based. It's similar to it. The thing is, Mac OS is very similar to Linux in a lot of ways, and certain processors don't run it. And like you can look into it. There's ways to when they switch to Intel
It's
chips.
Unix based.
When they switch to Intel instead of PowerPC systems, it's virtually like there was a whole thing. They're like, oh, the fastest Windows computer is a Mac. It's like, it's it's a Mac running Windows in boot camp or whatever. It's like it.
Well,
I don't.
Apple is always. I mean, they've always done hardware, but they've always been more into the user experience and trying to make their twist on certain things because like they admit that they don't do everything first, but they just like make it better or whatever.
I mean, think about it. It's like, remember the Zune? I mean,
those are expensive now.
Also, have you also thought about the fact that they phased out non-touch iPods? So now it's basically every one of them is a phone now. It's like there's no shuffle. It's gone.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the thing is with Mac devices, you pay a premium for the experience, but as a user of Mac OS, it's like conflicts with hardware and other problems are much less so. Like whenever I talk to Frank about his setup, it becomes, oh, I gotta do a new thing for this, or oh, what do you know, errors, or he has to hunt down something, or he decides to go and get a new monitor set up and do this and this other thing, and I'm just like, I just got my rig. When I bought it, I said I want this to last at least 10 years. I'm seeing it as an investment, and that was 2008.
I mean, the only thing is I tweak it to my own custom preferences. That's all it is. You really don't. You're not a tweaker-rooney.
No, you've been tweaking all the time.
It's a setup.
Every time I talk,
it's a part of the show. Battlestations, motherfucker.
Just jacking it.
Yeah, it's how we roll, motherfucker.
Yeah. And
also, a lot of Mac people they like
use my computer.
Yeah, well, like you like things simple. I mean, you technically have a drawing monitor, but like if you didn't have a drawing monitor, you would be content with just like one monitor where it's just focused on that one thing,
I'd like to be. I mean, I realize with the ADD and everything, it's like I'd rather not give myself too much to be distracted by. Meanwhile, Frank's like, okay, let me get a ultra wide, and then let me get a vertical.
I want 4.
He wants
Four.
to have portrait ones
Four.
so he could have like Reddit or whatever
Frank,
on it.
you can't just turn a light on in the room. You don't need to have all your monitors illuminating you.
Why?
So it's like a sunbox.
Why?
2001: Space Odyssey. Whoa. It's full of stars.
Yeah, well, you could just draw in your basement, so you
wow.
wouldn't have to rent a space.
Franklin, you've lived
Yes.
with our mother. You understand why I have to leave now.
She doesn't go to the basement.
Oh, so I didn't tell you about the apple cider vinegar tea she told me to drink. Hold your nose and sip. No, thank you, Mom.
You got a lock on that door.
Yes, Frank, and I really want her coming down all the time. Besides, I got more productivity out there, and there's other people to work with, and hopefully network and.
Okay, so who was telling what they were doing? Because I had left during a whole bunch of.
It was me, Frank. I've told everything I've been doing, so now it's your turn.
Yeah, you just didn't have to go through him.
Well, see, the whole time you were doing that, I installed a new driver update for my video card,
Because
and I did updates to my computer. Windows updates that take forever.
Just checking it.
And I restarted, and I was done in how long?
Yeah, it went pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, and I built this computer how long ago, man?
And how long are you going to keep working on it?
I'm not working on it. I'm changing it because I feel like it. It works now.
You're pulling a thief in the cobbler, Frank.
No, you're trying to be Doug. You're trying to find stuff that's wrong that's not.
I'm not trying to find stuff. You're constantly trying to find stuff change. I need to get a drawing monitor, but then I also need to get ultra wide. But then I also need to.
Yep.
Well, the thing that's nice about like building computers and stuff, you technically never buy a new computer. You just replace parts of itself.
I built this thing. I was looking at my parts list on PC Part Picker. My graphics card was $200 and something bucks at the time. Try to find one now for that cheap.
Yeah, I've upgraded my system over the time that I've got it. I put in all the hard drives that I could. I filled out all the RAM. I swapped out the video card so I could do Final Cut on it.
Final Cut is on the way.
It's just it's reached the end of what Apple's going to support for running the latest operating system, and it's time to sit it back and let it run as a server when I get a new machine.
Take it out to the farm.
Don't bet the farm on it.
You've seen those parodies of the I'm a Mac and I'm a PC ads, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you got upgraded. What about? Do I get to upgrade? Yeah, just come over here. Blam! I'm a Mac. I miss him.
Anyways, did you want to talk about what you've been up to, Frank? Before I get into mine.
Mostly just work, and my wife's giving our dog a haircut, so I had to help out.
You had to hold him down, huh?
I had to hold her down, tell her she was a good girl.
Did you give her like a treat and stuff?
No, we
coax her.
No, we just medicate her. And that helped coax her.
I've never heard of that. Well, I mean, I guess I've heard of it, but I don't know too many people that do that. Give your dog medication to, like get them to.
Oh, they give them medication
like a tranquilizer gun or something.
No, just you give them a pill and they just calm the fuck down. Like we give our larger dog, we give him a pill when it's thunder and lightning out there because he's afraid of thunder.
Oh yeah,
it's like, hold her down.
But do you use the jacket?
Oh no, thunder. No, I mean he has one, but no, if he's usually we just let him out of his crate and he's calm. But if he's like really upset, then we give him the little thing he chews on, and then he falls asleep, doesn't care. So anyway, what's Ian been up to?
What I've been up to, I've been working mainly this past week or so. I've been working on these bases for my monitor arms to mount them on a glass desk, and I finished one of these here. I had put these nice felt pads on the bottom. It's nice and glass smooth.
What is the glass made out of?
It's just plexiglass. It's made out of a cutting board. Actually, me and Frank were talking about it on the last show. I guess I was gonna have Frank. Who was that guy that you were saying makes like everything out of those cutting boards?
Yeah, Zeos. Everything.
Isn't this so satisfying? I had this so I could paint the sides. Don't you just love doing that, peeling stuff off new stuff, Frank?
Is that that how it originally came?
No, I made these, dude, from scratch, from cutting boards and plexiglass.
No, I'm wondering how you cut them.
Oh, I cut them with my Dremel tool.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't explain that part. I'm like,
I probably should have taken pictures of all the steps and stuff. If I decide to do another one, I'll probably take pictures just because they came out so nice.
Okay.
But yeah, I was doing a lot of sanding and finishing and stuff on them. You know.
So you're making things for your new monitor?
Well, these are going to be the mounts. To explain it, I'm putting monitor arms on glass desks. Okay, which they really don't. You really can't do that. But you could. I'm gonna try to do it with these mounts here to help distribute the weight, so it's not just from like one point that the clam's clamping onto. This will help soften it, especially with these soft feet on here. So I have bottom piece and then the top piece, and the glass is going to be sandwiched in between, and it's going to clamp onto that. So it's a larger surface area that it's going to be clamped onto. So it's not just one sharp point on the glass. Because if you do that, it's probably going to, if you had the weight of like a couple monitors just from that one little point on the glass, I don't know. I'm not a physicist or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be good for the glass.
I'm not a rocket surgeon.
You know? Right. So, but yeah, it's just been, nothing really exists for this specific purpose. So it's like, even if I had tons of money, I really wouldn't know what to buy. So I decided to make my own, for this type of thing. So yeah.
So, sounds interesting. I hope it doesn't shatter and break on you.
Right. That's why I'm trying to be as careful with it, and I might add some more of the rubber things that give more surface area.
How much weight is it supposed to be supporting?
What?
Those things.
Well, the monitor arms, like there's one on the top of the box there. I have I'll show you. I think this is the one. This is the one that's going to go for my. This is the ultra wide one. So this is a mount it. Mount it. Damn it!
Hold up.
It kind of looks like a gun.
Would you say that thing weighs?
What? This one?
Like that game, Mount Your Friends.
Oh, is that the one that's actually like a arm?
Yeah. How much
is yours
ultra wide? Because ours is the same size and stuff. So I'm not sure how much this weighs, but it's a little bit. I mean,
I've had one dude who's reviewed a bunch of ultra wides. He's got one like that for his. Where the hell is he? I'll find the video. Shared it in the chat.
All right. But yeah, it's just been a pain in the butt doing this because I made this out of cutting board, a white cutting board, and 2 pieces of plexiglass that I epoxied to both sides. And just painting and finishing and sanding. I've gotten better at doing it because originally I did these out of wood, and the wood wasn't sanding very smooth. And a lot of times it kept splintering and stuff on me, which it's pain. I'm not a good woodworker. I found that out.
Wood?
I would.
But, how you liking your new monitor anyway? The Huion?
Yeah, I was gonna ask which one. The Huion, it's pretty nice. Nate was playing on it. He was sort of figuring out more than I got a chance to because I've been working on this other stuff. I haven't gotten a whole bunch of chance to really play on it yet. What did you think about it, Nate?
It's pretty easy to work with.
Yeah, you said you got your who was it? Your cousin or something? A 19-inch one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you hear about how she liked it?
Yeah, she can't use it because the pen doesn't charge.
Oh yeah, you were saying that the pen doesn't charge. Are you going to get a replacement for that?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
You can get a replacement pen. I think Amazon had them.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, Amazon's actually sold out of pens because unlike the $20 pens, this is the Huion GT190. So, like, they're like, is not compatible with Huion GT190, and I'm like, great. So you have to get them through the Huion website because Amazon's actually sold out.
Yeah, that thing I linked is the guy. He's got a Amazon Basics arm, kind of like that one you were looking at there, and he's like, "See, I can move my monitor around and move it with one finger."
I was gonna play. I mean, I'm glad people get ad money
Yeah,
and stuff
you gotta
now.
get
Like
ad revenue, but
this isn't a skippable one.
I have I'm on a 3 free month trial of YouTube Red, and I still get ads.
Yeah, see, that's kind of bullcrap, man.
Yeah, on like my Roku, it's like, oh, uninstall YouTube and reinstall it. I did. Oh well, now you're just fucked.
So that's screwed into the desk.
No, it's a clamp.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a little knob thing that you twist.
If you want, you can mount it like hard
into the wood.
in
Hardwood.
But you know, for average use, you don't have to. But okay,
yes. So it's those Amazon Basic ones are nice, but they're a little bit more on the expensive side.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't look.
One monitor arm is like $100, $150. They could go up to the Amazon ones.
Oh.
And I don't even know what the big difference is between them. Maybe more points of articulation or something.
Some Amazon Basic shit is aight, and then some's just meh. Like my Spitif cable for my DAC amp is Amazon Basics, and it's pretty good. And then when I was buying new cables for me and my wife's phones, there's Amazon Basics for the phones are like, caught fire, don't leave alone. I'm like, no. Hey,
right.
But you got the soda talk sound?
Yeah, what do we what's everybody drinking here? All right.
Play the drop. Oh.
It's like 5 seconds of silence when I play the clip. And it's I might go in and shorten that.
So,
but anyways, I'm drinking I didn't know that they had these in the 20 ounces, but myself I'm drinking the Fanta pineapple, which didn't you like that, Frank? The pineapple?
My wife likes it. She bought a couple of them.
Yeah. What about you, Frank?
Well, I'm polishing off a Choco Bell spiked lemonade, and then I got a Dew Ice sitting here chilling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got one too. Nate says it tastes like 7-Up.
Yeah, the lime 7-Up. No, there's a lime 7. No. Have you had the lime 7-Up?
Nah.
Then you wouldn't know.
Nah.
You got a watermelon thing or something.
My wife hates Mountain Dew, but I whenever I get a new flavor, I have her try it, and she usually goes ugh, and try something else. Well, she tried it, and she's like, "It's the best tasting one I've ever had." So that's a plus.
Yeah, it tastes like the lime 7-Up.
Benjamin, what are you drinking on? Just kitty pets?
Sweet tea mostly.
Oh, you sipping on some tea? That's none of my business.
Sipping on some scissor.
Sipping on some scissor.
Didn't you say you're drinking a watermelon thing?
Mm-hmm.
Did you start drinking it?
Yep.
Okay.
Watermelon what?
Kickstarter or whatever.
Ew. Kickstarters. Everyone I've had is gross.
I like a couple of them. I like the puppy monkey baby.
No, not a single one.
Okay, maybe.
Everyone I've had.
Have you guys tried those Diet Cokes that have the different flavors?
Yes, I've had the cherry one. It covers up the taste of the diet, so it just tastes like cherry Coke. My wife has one of each one. We're going to try them. Every Kickstarter I've ever had tastes like it had ice in it, and the ice melted, and then you drink it anyway. Fucking disgusting.
That's all right on a last sip, but not for a whole can.
When you said he's drinking some watermelon, I was like,
agreed.
has he got 4 Loko in there? Oh,
That's
I
my
hope.
secret.
I saw that I never tried it. I saw, didn't they have like a caramel flavored Pepsi that came out? It sounded just as disgusting as the Pepsi Fire cinnamon shit.
Well, they had a Coke, like, remember when they were doing that coffee Coke thing?
Yeah.
So,
no.
They had two of them. They had Coke Black, and then another one.
I missed those.
Isn't there like a Monster Java Monster too?
You don't like
what is it, kid?
Coffee though, Nate?
No, but I want it in my collection. I have the caramel one in my collection.
Did you put the Pepsi Fire in your collection? Because I swear that was the most, I could say definitively that was the most disgusting pop I've ever had.
No, because you haven't had the caramel one yet.
Have you ever had
the caramel one might be just as bad.
I remember I gave Kyle a Pepsi, the Christmas spice cola they had. Like, it's been in our fridge and it's only 2 years expired. He's like, all right.
No, I got a thing of ice in the fridge. I've got a few drinks that I don't want to drink because I know that you can't get them anymore.
I've got a case of Baja Blast that's just sitting down here.
I have a couple cans, and I got some Ecto Cooler. And
do you have any Crystal Pepsi?
Got it.
Yes, some of those. And I got Dew Shine.
Got it.
And I got.
I'd heard that they got rid of Mountain Dew Green Label, but then I see them in the stores recently, so I don't know if they're just getting rid of what's left of it, or if it's really
not that great.
It's good to candy. Well, for one, it's better than the white label, and two, if you're going to be drinking Black Label, you need something that every once in a while as a palate cleanser.
Yeah, or just drink something else. Okay, so are we ready to hop into
like the Green Label, Frank?
Ian?
What'd you say?
Are we ready to hop into Battle Stations?
Yeah, sorry.
Battle Stations, motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah, America.
Oh, I accidentally minimized.
Stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Excuse me, I tried to move the window and I ended up just shrinking it.
That's what she said.
Oh, jeez. Aw.
Okay. That's okay. We weren't getting shit anyways, were we, Frank?
Right, we had like one viewer.
Well, I mean,
we don't know. That was nice of us.
We get views, but hardly any subscribers.
No, you'll get a copyright strike. That's what you're gonna get.
Well, no, that was Doug. He got us a copyright strike.
Yeah, I still got to edit that motherfucker.
Yeah, we have like views.
Episode, so. But
like a couple of them all of a sudden get like random.
We're not going to get to what is it? They're saying 10,000 or 20,000 or something. We're never going to get
1,000 subscribers.
I mean, never, but
1,000 subscribers and 4,000. Is it 4,000 or 40,000?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
You guys know that they just buy those, right, from Indian Click Farms.
Well, anyway. I've heard that they're going to be changing it. That if most of your reviews came within the month of March, that they're supposed to be checking again at after March, and then they're going to compare. So even if you buy them, you'll have to buy them continuously.
Well, the thing that really pissed me off about it, and I mean, it's one thing that Doug pointed out, and I pretty much agree with it, is that if you had money that you never took payouts from them, so if you had a nice chunk of change from that, but you were under the certain subscriber, that's just gone then. They're just taking that from you. Did you know that, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, to be fair, YouTube would, they could just decide, hey, your account's gone. Also, Nintendo has claimed all your payout, and also,
well, it's 50% now.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
it is a private company. I mean, but
well, yeah, but they are basically under the you're assumed guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
it's like anybody can decide to take down your video, which is that's not going to work.
Yeah,
in the long term.
Someone's got to come up with something that'll take them down, but so far we haven't seen anything that can compete with Google.
I'll say this. I know somebody who has the YouTube account, and they got a DCMA notice, but they wrote the song. So I'm like, put a DCMA notice on the person who gave you the DCMA notice, because they tell you, and you know what happened within 24 hours? They took the DCMA notice down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually, like when they're in the public heat, then they're like, oh, we'll back off now.
So wait a minute, you guys aren't backing DTube and DLive, the blockchain powered video services?
Remember, everyone thought that VidMe was going to be the next thing.
No.
Frank, the
Well,
other one.
everyone thought VidMe was going to be the next big thing, but Frank, what about Vine 2? Isn't it happening?
I think you have better luck with Vimeo. Okay, so this thing. Let's get on to the station, man.
Why
do people hang their fucking shirts up like that?
Oh, you're not a big jersey guy?
Well,
they're retiring his jersey, Frank.
Yeah, they hang it from the Raptors. Just the Raptors aren't that high up. What's your theme this week? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Well, I've been wanting to do a YouTuber one. I just searched for this week. I searched YouTuber or YouTube on Battlestations, so I'm doing like a YouTube kind of thing. I don't know how popular these guys are. I do want to get some more popular ones, which I might have Frank help. We should do that one week, man.
Yeah, I know. Because he wins.
What?
Is the theme Dead Plants?
Yeah, he does have a lot of plants there. Dead plants.
Technical difficulties, pretzels.
Hey, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that away from the microphone?
Nope.
Dude, you just bad as slime, man.
Well, this guy's got 18 subscribers.
All right, so he's beat us then.
Yeah.
If you guys want to spend $20, you can get like 500 subscribers from India.
Yeah, but remember, they're also going to be reevaluating your channels and deciding whether or not they want to partner with you. They can reject you even if you get the right number of subscribers.
Yeah. So anyway, hang in your shirts
on that dead plant.
Zoom enhance.
Not
Zoom and get a new drop.
Water, add growth. Plant food.
Oh, that's Nivea for men. I thought it was
that the best the man will ever get?
We're assuming this is a man because he has Nivea for men.
The best the man will ever get.
Well, and his name is like his YouTube channel is like.
Well, wait. Maybe it's
Sammy.
like Playboy.
Oh, that's
Gillette,
I think.
Maybe it's like Playboy where they have like a pipe to insinuate that there's a man in the shot.
I guess. Yeah. So like but yeah, they hang up their jerseys or like the boxes of the shit that they like. Here are the components to my computer because anyone needs to see a fucking unsmashed box of a video card. Yeah. Samsung monitors though, so that's all right. PlayStation and whatever. Steel Series headphones. Okay, yeah, it's cool. Xbox right there.
TIE Fighters, I see them.
Yeah, a couple TIE Fighters and the Star Destroyer that looks awkward as hell at the angle he's got it. It's got one of them infinity mirror.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the infinity mirror.
I want to get the infinity mirror CPU cooler than the XT Kraken one.
Kraken. Please the Kraken.
Right. And a footstool. Don't forget the footstool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get one of those. How much do those go for, Frank?
What? Footstool?
A footstool. Or should I get a foot hammock?
I think you'd be surprised. Like there's like $45 I've seen for a good one. They're like, what? I put my feet on this. What?
Frank, should I get a footstool or a foot hammock like that one guy?
The one guy, a bunch of guys have those now.
Yeah.
Footstool.
Don't look up on Google image search.
Like that?
Yeah, you can't. Did you see, Ben? You can't say view image anymore on Google Image. It's like the main thing Google Image is good for.
I've heard people complain about it because
here you go.
image search now they've got like they crop the photos and you have to
There you go.
like what?
So they're even worried about people stealing the shrunken down size then. Wow.
Why don't? But like people can just download the whole web page and then steal the JPEGs that way.
Well, yeah, but they're trying to make it harder for people.
Oh.
Yeah, they make you have to work for it. You could just go to the webpage and fucking drag and drop. I mean,
Remember that
Yeah.
email from the guy complaining about the person he was hot linking images from had moved him to a different directory? I don't think you want me to get my lawyer involved. Yeah, go on, go for that.
Oh yeah, you're screwing up my website because my hot links to your site are failed.
I'm a poor businessman. I just tried to do it. Now I have to go find where you put them and change things.
Wow, here you go. Hold on.
Get yourself
Here's a pie stool. Fucking.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a Jipai's head.
Oh boy.
You'd want an even stool, Ian. You would want something all upside.
Oh, I thought of something that's hilarious.
What?
It's a stool, but it's the word sample.
No. Just
Oh.
no.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'll give it to him.
you know, and when you look at when I looked for I was looking at ottomans / footstools, right? And it's like related searches, waterproof pad liners.
Yeah, why don't you find that
Salve for sore, cracked nursing nipples, and soothe pacifiers.
What about that pillow that's shaped like a lower woman's legs? Like yeah.
The one you got in your closet, man? Lap pillow. Okay, so your second battle station, Ian.
Yep. I think they kind of
This is
progressively
brought to you
get better,
by
but
middle fingers.
Oh boy. Well, I'm liking his audio here.
all right. Frank perked up.
Is that a nice master sword he's got back there?
That is not a master sword. That is a sword of legend because they can't call it the master sword.
Right. But no, see,
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what these are without reading the description. They look like the E080 speakers
Also genius.
because they've got those the tweeters are what do they call that strip? It's air motion.
And Nate, would you ever get better speakers for your setup?
Gosh, no.
Why?
Because I have really good hearing.
Well, just because you have good hearing doesn't you should be able to detect the crappy audio quality in the TV then. TV speakers.
What volume do you have your television on?
I don't know, but it's not just about volume that determines like you have bass and treble and
Oh no.
I don't know.
Is Nate part of the loudness wars when it comes to audio mixing?
I don't know.
No, I
Nate
have
goes,
it. Like I usually can't go higher than a 10 on the television.
So these are what we're comparing. Yeah. Oh, so the ribbon tweeter is what I'm thinking of. These are the Atom Audio near field monitors, which I was just thinking the Aeromotive 6s. Whoop. Are very similar because of the similar design. Shape's a little different, but they still got that same tweeter.
What's the cone size?
Well, in these they're 6s, but these I believe are 5 since they're called 5X. I don't know. Don't know. They might be fucking liars. But probably 5s though. Now that I think about it, because I'm looking at this thing.
You can get some more pop if thirsty, by the way.
Oh, no, that's
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's in my head.
All right.
Oh, someone says channel and says, I think I found him. Let me hold on. Let me go and make sure it's advertiser friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's in the woods with a dead body. Shit.
Again?
Did you hear about that burning of the dead rat thing?
Yeah.
Everybody was pissed about that.
Oh, the dead rat with the taser.
Oh, he's only
Yeah.
got 370,441 subscribers. Noob.
Well, what about when LAB lost his live streaming ability because he ate a dead cockroach?
5 years ago.
That I think is pretty crazy.
What? Why?
Because he ate a dead cockroach.
5 years ago.
No, he ate a live cockroach 5 years ago.
Oh, a live one.
He was on
That's right.
he was on the live stream and he ate a dead one, Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because YouTube's a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Gestapo tube. That's it's an easy mistake to make.
And here's your third setup. Hell, that space between them monitors, I couldn't do it.
Well, those two monitors in the middle look friendly.
He's not. I don't think he's gaming on that, Frank.
He's doing anything on multi. I only game on the one monitor, dog, but I've got 4.
Is that a footstool down there or a dog bed?
Yes. I
like how he has multiple microphones and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Well, they're at different heights, and like he's got a pair of Sennheisers here on the desk, so I can't knock him too hard.
Is that like a his and hers setup or something?
It's your setup, dog. Let's see.
Zoom in on the picture.
I don't read that shit.
Recording setup for our YouTube channel, so at least 2 people, it would seem.
Can you name what YouTube channels these people have?
Sometimes they give a link, and that's why I was saying the last guy had over 300,000. Let's see. What's your YouTube? Wow, the tail says our YouTube, and OP didn't once link to the channel. Gotta say, I'm impressed. It's true, because everyone always goes, no, man, come check out our thing like 10 times. Like the one guy I saw he did a video tour, and everyone's like, hey, what's this and that? He goes, oh no, check out the video. I really don't have time to answer. Fuck you.
Video. Check out my video.
Look,
I
I'm
think they're
posting
gone
on this public
'cause-
forum, but I obviously don't have time to do things.
Sibling Synergy.
Right.
1,894 videos or subscribers. How many videos?
She replied to that, Frank.
4 years ago. Ooh.
Yeah, you get a lot of outdated search results when you search on there.
Watching 1080 HD for full audio fidelity. Oh boy. Just be grateful you guys can't hear. This is awful.
Mm.
Oh my. It's a highlight reel of them playing a shitty game and some music over top of it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
What game is it?
Miss Spite? MSSPYT? It's like a top-down... I don't fucking know. But anyway. Yeah. So your theme is YouTube channels.
Yeah. Not big ones, but...
Well, some of them.
Yeah, big ones.
Okay, so like what his was in the hundreds of thousands. It's the third one, right?
Or
was that the second one?
The second one had the highest subscriber rate.
What's this one?
This one, okay. The one with the Mac and the 2 extra monitors and the speakers that I like, he had like 300-something thousand.
That he bought from India.
Huh?
Sorry.
Click Farm.
This one had like 1,800.
Okay, that's not bad.
This guy had like 18.
He's still not going to be making money, but
no, not a bit. No, son.
Yeah, this one he only had a couple. He's like us.
And Ian's like, I want that footstool.
Yeah.
Let me ask that.
I'd rather. I think I like the footstool better than the foot hammock. I think because you can always
Now,
move it out of your way if you want.
if you have a foot hammock, do you also have a little foot-sized Corona?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
let's vote here.
So we got, whoa, scroll back up.
Hold on.
please.
Shut up.
But
You shut up. So we got this one.
Sword of Legend guy.
We got this one.
okay. Yeah.
And this one.
Couples mic. And Dead Plant guy.
Why is it dead, Nate? It's not even
It's not going to get any sun under that.
Pretty
head.
limp. He's saying it's limp.
like your biscuit. Limp
Biscuit.
biscuit, $3 bill, y'all.
Anyways,
So I'm gonna say the middle one is number one for me, even though it's like an iMac.
What's that supposed to
Side. I'm over IMAX.
I gotta go 3-2-1.
So you like this more than this?
Yeah, like screens.
When did this become hotter than this?
Right. This
But also,
looks like
I
he went to Goodwill.
I'm going to agree with Ian, though. I think the couples one, then the sword one, and then,
That one looks like a studio or something, man, with all the microphones and stuff.
yeah. Like, you could actually, it looks like stuff's actually getting done there.
Yeah.
Okay, all 1,600 or whatever viewers
We're
versus.
gonna go 1, 2, 3.
What? You like the dead plant though?
I'm with Dead Plant guy.
What do you like about it? The infinity mirror. That's what got you, didn't it?
That and the Dead
Well,
Plants.
Okay, so Ian's favorite got
And the comfortable chairs.
197 upvotes. Nate's favorite got 49 upvotes. And my favorite has 136.
So I'm clearly the winner because yours are from Indian click farms. Well, not necessarily from India. It could be any country.
Have you guys seen that documentary about, well, yeah, there's I think there was one about Indian click farms, and I saw another one about the people in India that censor Facebook feeds. So, like, go and find, dead bodies and genitals and other things.
Dead bodies everywhere.
So they went with you, Frank? Yours?
I'm the winner. It's okay, guys.
Well,
Only in your mind. Nate.
yours has more, but see, yours this post is from 2 years ago, and the middle post is from 10 months ago.
And what about the first post?
He's only got
Never
fucking
actually
49. Who
happened.
gives a shit?
What a twist.
What a twist!
M. Night Shyamalan made that one. Just
14 days ago, he got 49. That means
That's what I'm saying.
40.
I'm the winner.
Okay, so
Anyways,
would you like?
it's your turn, Frank.
I need your help, Frank. I need your help, Frank.
Hold on, I need my theme music.
Your theme,
Station.
I'm not playing the whole thing over again for you.
I thought I had my own little snippet. Okay. Okay, my theme.
Frank.
My theme this time. I decided to mix it up. I said, you know what? There were multiple.
I'm actually gonna do a theme this week.
That's right. I said, because normally I just go, I like this one, I like this one, I like that one. That's good enough. This time I said, there are all these different subreddits just for battle stations. So I went to some of the top subreddits. I didn't go to dirty battle stations. I didn't go to battle stations porn or setups.
Yeah, I have the Mac
Wait,
stations and all, music stations and
I
work
didn't do
stations.
that one.
And
I
all
didn't
that
do-
stuff.
So there's
I have
Battle
all-
Stations porn. Is there a porn Battle Stations?
I think it's called yeah. So anyway, I went to a bunch of them and I went and picked. I did the top for the week, and if like first or second like the post for the top of the week that I found interesting, I brought in to share. And I also
Okay.
brought in some bonus that I don't want us to vote on or anything. I just had to share because they were just so. Anyway,
Extra credit.
yeah.
But hey, maybe this will catch on. Maybe Frank will do this for the news too, instead of just picking this one and that one, and your whole DOS stream. Maybe it'll be curated.
Anyway, so this is from Shitty Battlestations. This is too honest.
Oh, is this like Neckbeard Nest type shit?
Well, no. Okay, he's got a mixer, right? And look,
Right.
he's got dual monitors. I think he's I'm not sure if that's Telegram or what that is on the left monitor. I know that's I know that's like a vaporwave thing on the left, but look at everyone's like, good God, all those icons. Why do you need so much shit on your desktop?
In case he doesn't want to lose it.
Like, I mean, just you can't even see the pinkness of the monitor through all those.
How many icons do you have on your desktop?
I don't know because I always have them hid.
Hey, is that Nate's screen? Because that's what Nate's screen looks like.
Oh no, I have way more than that.
His looks like a constellation of icons.
Constellation.
It's like a galaxy of icons.
And one guy was like, I wish they would make an OS where the desktop is the file explorer and the taskbar just says your most used programs. Desktops are useless. And the guy's like, Windows is already halfway there. The desktop and taskbar are part of Explorer, which is the Windows File Explorer. The desktop, taskbar, and pin start menu are essentially a file browser. Windows locked to one directory. So,
you ever seen Bump Top? So
what?
it turned your desk into a physical desktop?
No. Anyway.
Oh yeah. By the way, Nate, are you still not going to Windows 10? Because I thought you were going to be open to it.
Someday.
Well, you could still. I would hurry on it if you're going to do it because they said you could still do it. They were shutting it down at the end of 2017 because you could do it for free if you used accessibility features, which I technically do. I use magnifier and stuff sometimes, but you don't have to prove if you do or not, which is pretty cool.
Amen.
So if you want to upgrade, you can still do that.
Earlier this year, I tried to buy a Windows 10 thing, and a guy never ended up sending it, so I got my money back.
And by the way, what version of Windows 10 did you use? It was like a light version that you put on like your Dell or something, right?
Yeah. I've got a version. It's very stripped down. I don't even remember.
Just called Windows 10 Lite or Basic or something?
Yeah, it was a ultra light. It's even a 32-bit version because the 64-bit, even though technically that machine can run 64, for whatever reason it won't even boot in 64. It has to be 32. So
why don't you just have an OS on a keychain for you, Frank?
Well, I wanted to use the drive that was in it instead of occupying one of my keychain drives. So
that's what I did. I put Windows XP all the way up to Windows 10 and a bunch of drivers and stuff on a 32 gig.
So anyway, this is from Average Battlestations, and I love the title. Go ahead.
Is it really going to be fair to compare these though? From if you're just going by the average versus shitty, and
these are the best. Be better these are the top, and this will be a good example for those playing at home. They get to see because the main thing you'll see on Average Stations is I posted it to Battle Stations and then the motherfuckers got rid of it. I don't know why. They're a bunch of elitist snobs. No, you posted a picture that's all black except for your LED light strip and your fucking monitor. So these are some.
Or they'll post it like if it's a really good setup, but they'll post it to Average Battle Station just because they want to be the cool kid in there.
Yeah, they got a karma whore.
Big fish, small pond.
Right. These I try to pick. These are pretty much actually, like I said, the top ones, the ones that I think that really should be in the top for what they're doing, what you should strive for, and like the bonus ones are really not to spoil it, but they're the ones that I was like, okay, this is what you normally see, or ha ha ha. But anyway, so
I
this
like
one's
the alien poster in the back. That's nice.
I like the title. Cable management aren't my thing.
So what's that? What's the
couple things aren't your thing.
what's that
What, man?
monitor in the middle there? Because he's got the 3 in the back, but then what's that one?
Huion.
Ah,
Interesting.
you sure got a lot of stuff in that room.
Right? Take me to your dealer.
Uh,
That's
And
pretty good.
yeah. And then got the Huion. And then if you look in the back, it's a rat's nest. I think is that a Logitech sub? I don't know. But I mean the webcam's just like laying there by the monitor. Okay. I think they're an artist because there's where the printer is, there's like brushes and shit.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell what's going on here because like half of it I'm like, and then the other half I'm like,
well, he studied for the
Hey,
SAT.
Frank, are those
so
brushes good for pinstriping?
no, they're too broad. But like,
Uh.
yeah, see here he's got RGB over here, or at least green, so G.
Hey, he's got them up on the ceiling like me.
And then he's got a remote here. And see, then he's got all this shit
are
over
those
here.
for dummies books over there? In his
Algebra, Algebra 2, yeah, geometry,
Algebra.
the ACT, the SAT, couple TV trays.
Huh?
Let me see. I didn't even read the description. Oh, someone says battle station worthy stuff you got there. I'm too scared.
He's got a lot of setup for that little desk, though.
And someone said, isn't. And they said, shit, apparently grammar isn't my thing either. So
at least he's honest. Give him that.
well, once someone pointed it out, they're like, fuck.
Well,
I mean, I can't knock it because like the monitors are decent sized. All right, that's cool.
No,
Sure.
the
I like
monitors
that
are really
it's in
good.
a
That's
I like
what I'm
that it's
saying,
in
they
that
don't
caddy.
yeah.
they're one's
It's just
LG,
because
one's
they have a whole lot
RCA.
of desk size or a whole lot of desk spaces. All the monitors are kind of bit much for that desk.
Right. I think this I think right here was all the desk was meant to be, like a glass
what tablet
top.
is that, Frank?
He just said it.
No, to the left. The phone.
That's
Ow!
it is a cell
Really?
phone.
Really?
I'm thinking iPhone probably.
Why? You gotta be biting.
Frank, well, when it comes to setups, we kind of
Stop it.
ignore the phones, don't we, Frank? They kind of just get in our way, right?
Now I like the microphone stand. If you notice, it's like a plastic jar with the microphone sitting in it.
Hey,
do what you gotta do, right?
Man.
Right.
I mean, sure, it's gonna be picking up all kinds of vibration, but whatever.
I think that's like three.
And you put some rubber bands.
Well, there's like it looks like it's got one of those shot mounts or something around it, but it's just like sitting in the.
What's with the Kleenex keeping the upper tier of the?
I don't know. I think they
trying to do the same thing Ian's doing.
Yeah, I think they just made this part and set it on the fucking glass.
No, I'm gonna be using the monitor arm for that.
Well, they didn't do that. They just bought 3 TV sets and sat it on top of this piece of wood.
Isn't it supposed to come with a little? Mine came with a little kickstand.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I think they said in the description. Let me go back to it because they were like, "You're supposed to the battle stations." Just a bit more clean, like the paper towels used for padding and the cable management, of course, almost there. I'm making a shelf instead of these plywood soon, so I guess. Oh boy. What type of screens? 2 LGs, TVs on the right and left side, RCA in the middle. Huion screen tablet on the bottom. Huion, Ben. It's a Huion.
They make monitors now?
Huion?
RCA?
No, they're TVs.
They still make TVs now?
Probably not. How do you rate the Huion? They've been pushing the brand like crazy on YouTube, it seems, and I wondered if they are worth it. I know they are cheaper than the Cintiqs, but it's still a hefty investment. It's good for new digital painters, much better than a normal tablet, but sometimes it fucks up with the drivers on my PC, which leads to restarting my PC. Inconvenience, but not that bad. I've never used Cintiq, so I can't say anything for them, but if I had money, I'd probably go there, primarily because of their no-charge pins.
What was the other one that was supposed to be good, Frank?
UG and
What about the XP pen
Yeah, XP pen.
and the
That one's-
Artsel?
Yeah. This guy says subwoofer, no speakers. What? It says it's hidden behind the monitors. I saw one of them peeking out. Please get a mechanical keyboard. I can't let you suffer with a membrane one. I'm too broke for that, but I was considering it. I'm not letting you off that easy. What's your budget? None right now. I legit got $400 on my bank account. That everything sounds too expensive. Oh, laughing my ass off.
I gotta get a mechanical drop for Frank. He cringes every time he hears that, don't you? Mechanical.
You mean the clicky clackies?
Okay, so this
No, those are more.
Mechanical.
The mechanical are more clicky, but the membrane ones are mushy.
You can get MX Cherry Reds, and you'd be fine. Anyway,
Is that equivalent to like the speed switches that you got?
no, they're technically the speed switches are still faster, but the Reds are closer to membrane. Anyway, new apartment, new battle station. This is from the actual Battle Station subreddit.
Is it just
First
false, like,
off,
where's
First off, look at that goddamn monitor.
it's disgusting.
Station.
Is the back of that chair like wrapped in bubble wrap? What's going?
No, it's fur. It's fur, dog.
It's a pimp chair.
I'd rather it be fur dog than dog fur.
Now see, okay, he's got that Samsung giant retardundo monitor.
Yeah, what do you think about the curved screens, Nate?
What?
Those curved screens.
I don't really like them.
Why is that? It curves around you.
It's got what plates crave.
It's got electrolytes and shit. He's got one of those
got
boxes
Rondo.
puts their wires in.
Yeah, those make me cringe, man. I hate those. It's like the lazy man's way of cable management.
Oh, I put it in a box. Well, same with the damn.
Is that a snowball?
Yeah, but that's not what I was talking about. It's the same as the damn Signums. You just screw it to the bottom of your desk and throw all your shit in it. Look, it's clean.
Yeah,
but yeah, I like the
sweep in the closet.
A fractal case. I like that. You can't tell what kind of headset that is just by looking at it. Now, I'm pretty sure that's an IKEA chair.
The more I see it, and the more it's like they come down in price so much is those tempered glass cases. I might go to those one day.
Someday.
Would you ever get one of those, Nate, that tempered glass computer case?
I don't know.
How
expensive are
They used to be like $100, $200. Now they're like $30, $40, $50 for decent ones.
Does it do anything that is non-aesthetic?
No, it's
no.
it looks about the same, but it adds a risk factor.
Oh, hey, look, here's my chair.
But I guess it's better quality material, I guess, technically. I hate those kind of chairs.
This is my chair, dog. I'm sitting in it right now. You can see the dude's fingerprints on the leather part. You can see the dude's fingerprints. It's funny.
What is that? A Work Pro? That's not a Work
Yeah,
Pro.
those ones go for like $1,000, man.
I paid $150.
You like the mesh chairs, Nate?
Oh yeah, as long as it has lumbar support. Otherwise, it's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
It's got lumbar. See, hold on. Go back to it here.
Lumbar.
See?
Lumberg. You slept with Lumberg.
Lumberg fucked her.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh. But yeah, then see what this guy has here. Or a girl.
I like the Dutch angle you decided to take a photo at.
Well, you got to get the whole screen in. It's hard. See, they got the IKEA Marcus chair. Which, of course, fucking... Oh, price on IKEA. Oh, it's a $200 chair for this big gaudy.
IKEA.
It looks like Captain Kirk's chair.
Yeah.
Captain Slog.
Doesn't Howard Stern have like really tall chair like that?
I don't know.
Well, Howard Stern is a tall man, so
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, so this one's got this is high, right? It's got it going on.
Yeah.
And then I had to throw
Are we going in your extra credit one now?
Almost. I never usually dip into this, but I decided.
How many are your regular ones? Are you doing like 4 regular ones?
Yes, because this time I decided to throw in battle tops. Because people don't normally consider. Hold on.
as opposed to battle bottoms.
No, battle tops is for laptops. In the
Battle
normal,
submissive switches.
in the normal battle station section, they say, "Sorry, it's got to be a desktop battle station."
Battle
This one
unicorns.
they exclusively use laptops. Now look at all this shit this guy's got going on here. Jesus Christ!
Oh Jesus! Jesus
Well, zoom in.
Christ!
Zoom enhance.
No, he's gonna be zooming out just because
No.
you told him to.
Look at that! Look at that shitty window.
What happened there?
I don't know. Looks like they got stuck in there and had to break their way out.
Yeah.
It's like we got all this equipment and then this $10 window from like the 80s. And then this,
Are those nice guitars? 'Cause you guys
let's
are all
see.
about the audio stuff, music.
Right. Probably not, because I can't see the names. And if they had like actual fenders, they'd have them turned. It says Fender right across the thing,
Well,
motherfucker.
Based on his allowance for window money, maybe not with all those guitars.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to be driving around with a thing that says, "Here's where we keep our good gear."
Right. And look at this. He's got a little piece of cardboard, like a door hanger or a tag hanger over top of the camera, so you can't see.
You can't see him
Is that a
watching
radio
American Dad.
switchboard? Isn't that like $20,000 equipment?
I mean, this shit right here is.
Yeah.
How
so
much
that's
do you
Holy
think-
shit!
like 20,000.
How much do you think that costs there, Ian?
What you said?
You think so?
I think so. Unless if you got it like somebody threw it away.
Well, he
I
might be
think-
running like a pirate radio station down there.
Yeah, that's
That's-
what it looks like.
That's
Well,
what,
and like, look at the cobwebs here on the. Shoot. But
we knew somebody
like,
that did that.
it's so
Check for
funny.
an audio regulator.
And it's so funny they did a
Oh, yeah, there it is.
panorama. They did a panorama shot because look at the desk.
Well, you could see that with the window. It was all chopped up.
No, the window's just a
Trying to
piece
go
of shit, man.
No,
Well, I
you
wasn't
went for
saying it
that
wasn't, I'm just
rustic
saying.
style, like carved, like shape. Is there like a certain shape desk or something?
No, it's just a piece of shit.
He spent it all on the equipment.
Yeah, because I mean, look, even at the top of the speaker where that cup is got kind of cut off, so they kind of did a shitty job.
What kind of microphone you think that is?
Cheap. I mean, this is like a bunker. These bottles or
Yeah,
jars down here. How much?
You
do
got a
you
pirate
think
radio station on CB radio.
How much? How much do you think that one of these jars has piss in it? What do you want to bet?
Either that or maybe his chew. I would bet you.
Ugh.
Hey, is this neckbeard or nest, Frank? Be honest with us.
Clutter. On the other hand, nice setup. Someone says it's only clutter if it doesn't serve a purpose, and he says a large percentage of this is clutter.
Clutter. Did I stutter?
What's the hole in your wall? This is a basement. Behind the wall is the actual stone. When the new walls were put in, they had to be there. They had to be a certain distance from the real wall. That window needs to be used. I never finished that bit, obviously. So big ol' hole it is.
So wait, that's
All
a
right.
big. That's a hole to the wall. Why is it a window?
It's so you can see the distance between the real wall and these new drywall walls.
It's a window to his soul.
Yeah.
Haven't you? Sometimes they have to have windows in certain places, even if there's actually no window.
Yeah, for a fire escape.
You
Or
no,
zoning.
it's a fake. Yeah, it's a zoning thing.
Anyway, so
Anyways,
there's that.
Frank,
I was
it
making
looks
a
like
reference
you,
to it.
you used up your extra credit then with this.
No, I didn't. No, I've got my
Yeah,
extra
you did.
credits here. Hold on.
There better be some like hot chicks in this or something,
Yeah.
because we're getting kind of bored.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, look at this hole in the wall.
Great space for working, bad space for farting.
At
I
least
mean-
it's soundproofed.
It's pretty good though. I mean, he's got all that padding, and even the door is kind of flocked.
Well, that's just if that were just like a booth in a studio, that'd be fine. But if that's all he's got,
I don't know, but
That's what you got.
love
but I guess you gotta
is-
get it, put it in you.
Everyone could enjoy that.
It's like there's a party
And then
in my mouth, and
Whatever
everybody's about
works, right?
it. Yeah.
If you notice, he's got a regular like floor fan, and then he's got a little desk fan in the back blowing on this case that's got no side to try and keep it going, man.
Oh, I thought that was like a generator or something.
Welcome to
No.
crypto binding.
So
And, like-
I know somebody who their fan went out in their computer, and in between they're like, well, I don't want my gaming computer to die, so they put one of those fans in, and it actually got cooler than their top of the line fan,
Mm-hmm.
like 20 degrees.
I like the pile of socks on top of the fan.
It says, "Done this, sad, desperate days, my brother." But like, when my first external hard drive was failing, I had it with like one of those desktop fans, and that's the only time I would run it is when the fan was on it blowing. Sad. And then one last extra credit one here, guys.
Frank, you fail. You've tried
Hold on.
too much.
We're taking off points for exits. Minus
Shitty
credit.
mining, hold on, shitty mining rig. Not sure if this counts as a shitty battle station, but if it's any consolation, I decided to fire up Overwatch on my rig, and it's playable, even with the Celeron, 4 gig of RAM, and having the GPU on a riser. Specs: 4 GTX 1050 2 gigabytes, and 1 GTX 980 Ti.
Is that for Bitcoin mining?
Yeah.
That's a terrible rig for Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
If it was so terrible, why does people buy it? Why do we have a GPU crisis then?
Because people don't know what they're doing.
Okay,
Well, I
yeah,
don't-
okay.
I mean, man, come on. Remember, people thought they were going to be able to pay their college loans with Beanie Babies and the first
that's
issue
true.
of Spawn.
Oh,
Did you
like
see-
that's just it. Like the first issue of Spawn might actually be worth something someday. Like the first issue of Spider-Man, Venom's like $3,000 if you get it graded right now.
Oh yeah, do you look forward to that Venom movie, Nate?
Damn.
Did you see somebody made a musical instrument out of Furbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Guy says, I'll be adding a 5th 1050 soon. I just need more cables to power the risers. Anyways, despite the fact that the cable management is bad, the motherboard and PSU are not actually secured to anything. PSU and SSD just chilling on the floor, but the motherboard is at least resting on wooden boards.
Is this
That
like
guy's
that story
problem-
about that? Is this like that story about that guy that was mining and like his like room had too much heat and he had brain damage?
No,
I guarantee you that guy is not getting enough hashes for the amount of electricity he's using.
Well, does this go under the subreddit of "Sorry, I'm adding to the problem"?
it's shitty
This
battle
is why we
station.
can't have nice things.
Oh, first,
Right.
the top comment. Hi, thanks for being part of the problem of gamers not being able to afford damn video cards. And he says, yeah, because I'm the guy buying all the 1080 Ti's. It's 4 1050 cards and also an old-ass 980 Ti. Chill out.
Let's cross the whole spectrum, though. No cards.
man,
Yeah,
I-
see, just because they're using my monies for drug cartels and stuff, it's not me specifically. It's
This is
People
why
are
we
using
can't have
1080
This is
People
why
are
we
using
can't have
1080 Ti's and the mid-range cards too, because the mid-range are more affordable.
That's just it. You're not supposed to mine with those.
Well, still, people are adding to the problem though. We're not trying to discuss what's the best for mining.
Right. So anyway, so I've got the shitty station, the average station, the battle station, and then a battle top.
Unjudgeable. Awesome. Move on.
That's
No,
nice.
no,
Frank.
What was the battle top one? Go back to the
This
third
is
one.
this is the battle top.
What was the third one?
Battle station.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, I know what I'm going with.
Okay.
I'm going with 2341.
2, 3, 4, 1. So you
8,
like
6,
this?
7, 5, 3, 0, die.
Yeah.
With this guy has 67 upvotes. This guy has 6,252 upvotes from 2 days ago. The battle top has 47 upvotes. And this one has 97.
So who won?
I think I'm going to have to agree with Ian. What do you think, guys?
All right.
I don't care anymore, Frank.
You never cared to begin with.
How many desktop sets have you showed us? I'm sorry
In
if I
total?
can't carry my interest across all of them anymore.
Well,
I
just pick a
should
favorite
say-
one, Ben.
One out of four, Ben. Normally it's 3. The others were just.
Well, then
look at this.
The others were icing on this overstuffed cake. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I would say that guy has the most money put in versus the other ones.
So you like this one the best?
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Oh. What's your favorite one then? That one
No, I don't like.
or that one?
Probably that one.
Okay.
This one?
No.
I'm going to say probably the guy with the Huyan because he's actually got a decent setup. He just needs to actually have something to stack it on.
I'd say that I don't like the speaker placement, but I mean his desk is really limited for where the hell you can put speakers.
Yeah, he's maximized his space.
Yeah.
Not really, because he's got that big room. It's just he's maximized that desk is what he's done to it.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe if you didn't have that window, maybe the bunker guy would be second. But you might as well just plaster over that window, you know.
Okay. So is it time for the news?
Yes.
Station.
Chopper 5, brother.
My monitor base.
The news with Ian and no more setups because Ben's a crybaby.
I
What's that,
do have
Bert?
to say, for making my first monitor base, it's pretty good.
I do have to say, my own horn, it really toots great. But yeah,
Well,
it looks very nice, dude. Like you put a lot more effort into something like that than I would. So
Right. Well, I never looked up. I didn't look up any tutorials or anything. I just figured, hey, it'll work. Me doing it this way. That's usually how I get by in life doing things. Is hey, I'll try it one way, and then if that doesn't work, I have plenty of other ideas. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very flexible or ingenious, I guess. You know.
Ian's
Right.
I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm saying ingenious or ingenuity or whatever.
Well, remember the president said he was a genius, and so did Kanye West.
I'm awesome. My hair's awesome. We're gonna build
Peace out.
awesome walls. We're gonna build an amazing internet.
Future space colony, maybe we should look beyond Mars to Saturn's Titan moon. They had me
before you
until
get
the
into that,
rendering. That rendering of the gold, it looks like foil.
Gold. I love gold. Foil.
Gold
NASA and Elon
finger.
Musk's SpaceX are focused on getting astronauts to Mars and even one day establishing a colony on
Show
Earth.
us to Mars.
But what if their attention is better directed elsewhere? A new paper in the Journal of Astrobiology and Outreach suggests that humans should instead establish a colony on Titan, a
But
soupy
we've got to
orange
save
moon
Matt Damon, okay?
of Saturn that has been likened to an early Earth in which may harbor signs of life not as we know it.
But we have to work on artificial gravity first.
Well, so basically, they were saying that you would be able to survive with an oxygen tank and just like a really heavy jacket on this moon.
A short skirt and a long jacket.
Where are they going to get the oxygen from, though?
An oxygen, if you wore an oxygen tank with, you know, like oxygen mask or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, what happens when you run out? How do you refill it?
Then you
Well,
die.
you'd have to go back. You'd have to go back to base.
How does the base refill it?
What if it was one of those like
You can generate your own.
remember those
oxygen.
diving bells they used to use for like underwater explorers?
All he needs is 3 stout men to work the bellows.
Dude, aren't those when they put people on Mars? They're not coming back. They plan on keeping them there.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, and they won't have oxygen on Mars either, Nate.
Yeah.
no,
The
I'm
only reason they're
saying
going to Mars is because it's closer.
See, we went to the moon and there wasn't any oxygen there either. So,
Right, and they said, okay, we ran out of oxygen, guys. Got to turn around.
oh man,
I know,
hope you
I
save
know.
some for the ride home. Otherwise, you're gonna have to hold your breath till you turn burble.
Burple?
No,
I'm
what do you
saying
say?
it's not feasible to live on a planet where it has such a long travel distance when rocket fuel costs as much as gold does.
Gold.
Unless, so I'm saying like you have to be able to generate your own oxygen.
Yeah, but they're saying that at that point
Well-
we might be able to fucking do that.
Well, if they send people there and then they start putting together a, terraforming it and like making, stuff to make oxygen.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah,
we're
at
not
least the
just go
people will
find
stay
it-
there for research facilities and mining. It's not really going to be a residential type of thing for a long time, I don't think, but at least they'll have
And then
stations there and stuff.
And what about bone density loss in space? Because over the travel time, your body gets used to the gravity.
Well,
and
we've had people in space for over a year, Nate. So it's like the travel time to go to Mars, that'd be negligible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is
I mean,
Saturn.
it's doable. I just don't think you should be like, oh, let's not travel into outer space, I mean, can't be scared of shit.
Right.
It's gonna happen,
Eventually,
eventually.
yeah, eventually we're gonna just destroy the shit out of this planet, or it's gonna throw us up like in 2012. Remember that movie?
Yeah. At some point, we
Right.
gotta get the hell off this rock.
I mean, plus if we're ever gonna explore and find brave new worlds and seek out new life and exciting civilizations, to boldly
we're-
go where no man has gone before. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
We're just gonna do like we did with Australia and like put all the people on a frozen moon and
Okay, no, we're gonna buy Louisiana and it's gonna have all the bad people in it.
I just hope it doesn't end up being like what's that, Chronicles of Riddick or whatever, where what was that, like there was ghosts on Mars or something?
was that
On the
was that
moon.
another Matt Damon movie where he had like that suit rigged up because all the good
No, that
people,
was,
all the
Vin
rich
Diesel.
people Oh, Vin Diesel. I'm a sick.
He stabbed
Or what-
someone
what
with
did
a
the
teacup
Martian-
cup, if you forget it.
Anyway,
Wait, what, Nate?
He stabbed someone with a tin cup.
Uh,
He's like, I'm going to stab you with this cup. And he's like, yeah, right. And then he stabbed him with the cup. And he's like, how do you forget that? You don't.
okay. So, Mars stuff. It's cool
Mars.
and potential, but we wouldn't want to do it.
The
Just like
world's-
how, going west to California in the 1800s. Cool, but wouldn't want to
Yeah.
do it.
everybody be dead by the time they get there. The most
Bone
powerful.
density loss. Nope.
did ski.
Oh, they'll probably go through a wormhole by then, Nate. Don't worry. The
Through a
world's most
butthole, what?
powerful. Yeah, that's what I said. The world's most powerful acoustic track.
Butthole sun, won't you come?
That's you. The most powerful acoustic tractor beam could pave the way for levitating humans. Acoustic tractor beams use the power of sound to hold particles in midair, and unlike magnetic levitation, they can grab most solids or liquids, even small insects. For the first time, engineers have shown it is possible to stably trap objects larger than the wavelength of sound in an acoustic tractor beam. This discovery could enable the manipulation of drug capsules or microsurgical implements within the body. The discovery could even lead to levitating humans.
Yeah, they were able to lift something about like the size of a ping pong ball. So, what was that?
Never mind.
Wasn't that on Dumb and Dumber or whatever that Jim Carrey did that tractor beam sound? I always think about that. I forget.
No. I don't
Dumb
think
and
about
Dumber.
that. What do you guys think?
I think just give me a hoverboard and I'll be okay.
Oh man, I've so wanted one of those, and not like the shitty Chinese ones we get. I'll take a pink one.
They have real ones, but you need a
You need
metal
everything
skateboard.
having metal under it.
Yeah.
Need more power.
You need power.
Oh boy. Popular CSGO
Okay, so now we're
streamers
getting
sues
into the video
Twitch
game ones.
after almost 600 days of being banned.
Lost of wages.
Aw,
Yep.
the dog.
James Phantom Lord Varga, a streamer who allegedly promoted a Counter-Strike Global Offensive gambling site without disclosing his business ties to it, is suing Twitch nearly 600 days after he was banned from the platform. So like 2 years?
Let it go, bro.
Varga established himself as one of the most influential and popular streamers between 2012 and 2016. Known for playing games like League of Legends and CSGO, Varga amassed more than 1 million followers and 16,000 subscribers, but the streamer filed a complaint to the Superior Court of California in San Francisco on February 14th.
That shows how interested Frank is in this story.
Claiming that Twitch owes him for monetary damages after he was banned in July of 2016.
Lost wages.
So I guess he was like suing for the lost wages and that they weren't very clear on why he banned them. There was certain things like they had to be clear on. Like they just said, "Oh yeah, you're banned," but they didn't specify when, or there was other details in it that he was suing for, I guess.
So basically, it's the question of like, can Twitch actually just straight up say, "You're banned now because we want to"? I mean, I don't know. When you enter into financial contracts with a company,
and when you're talking about like $100,000, millions of dollars, it does become relevant.
Well, I mean, considering YouTube can just shut down a channel, tonight.
Yeah.
Because remember what happened with the Reckless Eating guys when they left their multi-channel network?
Yeah.
Right. What were you saying, Nate?
Again, like with the contracts that they make online that nobody reads, basically, a lot of those contract clauses are illegal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this whole thing is brand new. It's like the music industry back in the 50s and 60s. They're like, go ahead and sign this record contract, boy. I'll make it famous. And it's like, but I'm gonna have all your masters and everything, and you won't be able to do a goddamn thing about it.
There's a guy who'll give you $10 for singing into his can, though, Frank. So
I am a man of constant sorrow. Well, good luck to him.
Have you seen David Letterman's new show on Netflix?
No.
The second guest he had was George Clooney.
Oh, for real?
You know who the first guest was?
Obama.
Barack Obama.
Barack motherfucking Obama.
Obama. Who's that one?
Obama.
That minister or priest or whatever. That Obama's a long-legged Mac Daddy.
Developer found hiding malware in game as anti-piracy tactic. What? Developer admitted to targeting illegal users of its game by embedding malware in a piece of downloadable content. Malware that enabled the company to access certain user personal data as a hedge against piracy. Flight Sim Labs, which develops add-ons for the long-running Microsoft Flight Simulator series, as well as professional flight trainers used by military and commercial aviators, took to its forum to both apologize for and explain why it included intrusive DRM within its software, following a Reddit report from a user whose personal data had been compromised. Ooh. Everyone reads Reddit, dog. They're going to get you. That's... I want to reiterate.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to read this little bit here. This quote. I want to reiterate and reaffirm that we as a company and as flight simmers would never do anything to knowingly violate the trust that you have placed in us by not only buying... Jesus. Been up since 5 a.m, guys. I'm sorry. By not only buying our products, but supporting them and Flight Sim Labs, wrote company founder Lefteris, that sounds fake, it's Kalmaris, in a lengthy post. Oh, well, I'm not reading it. They said it's lengthy. Fuck that.
Was it? I guess basically the malware, once you installed this $100 DLC or whatever, it like would go and like steal your passwords or whatever in your your browser, and they're like, "Oh, this is to help stop piracy," but it's like, what's that have to do with piracy at all?
That's a keylogger.
Yeah.
Well, imagine you spent all that money on your flight sim, because sim racing and shit like that, you got to buy gear. You know, you're not just playing at a computer with one little thing. These guys probably have a nice little setup, and you got all this shit, and you're proud of it, and you actually buy the software. You're giving into it, and these motherfuckers put their hand in your fucking pocket and take out your wallet and your passwords. Fuck you right in the ass.
Yeah, I fucked you. Oh, and then they're like, oh, I guess they're not doing it anymore, obviously. But
lawsuit against them, that's like a keylogger. They should go to prison for that.
Yeah, well, like I guess that's still open to lawsuits and stuff, but they're not doing it anymore. The malware isn't in there, but they're like, "Oh, we're sorry. We're just trying to do it for piracy."
We're sorry. No, like you just committed a federal crime,
right?
And you just admitted to it, so you should go to prison now.
We don't want to do nothing bad. We just want to steal your passwords for your safety.
You can think about that in prison.
You guys remember when they had that video game studio simulator, and they leaked the version where it was just like the regular game, except you would always lose to piracy. And there'd be people posting on the message forums, Eric, I keep playing the game, I keep losing to piracy. Well, funny that.
That's one thing, but this is a keylogger.
Yeah.
This is log keys?
It saves all your passwords.
I know what keylogger is, Nate. I'm fucking with you.
The fucky has now become the fucker.
Fuckers. Wait to see. I bet you somebody will bring up a class action, but I don't know if they'll go to jail, or they should be going to jail.
Oh, the list of people that should be in jail but aren't.
Tax levy proposed for M-rated video games. A Rhode Island representative has proposed a raise in tax on M-rated video games to fund mental health provisions in schools.
Oh, boy.
GameIndustry.biz reports that a Republican member of the Rhode Island State House, Robert Nardilio, has plans to increase the tax on games with ratings of M or higher by 10%. The statement follows President Donald Trump's recent comments on the power of violent video games and films to shape young people's thoughts. He's an old fucker. That's the way he thinks. I'm sorry. To get on soapbox. The information is wrong. This is just his statements, and his statements are not fact. They are incorrect.
Right. No, we're just telling you what he said, though.
Yeah, he said the wrong stuff. That's all he did.
Yeah.
So
basically, what is it? The ESRB, that they're responsible for the ratings, and they they determine like if it's a rated M or whatever, then the stores can't sell that to minors with, like without a parent or whatever, But they're thinking about adding tax onto it if you want to get rated M too.
Well, see, the funny thing about Trump is he's not only a goddamn liar and wrong about everything, but yeah, Trump boldly suggests that movies and video games should get a rating system, like fucking M and R and X.
Well,
No?
obviously it's a response, so I mean, people are gonna
Anything but take their
different
fucking
range
guns.
of
That's all it
responses.
is. Blame somebody. Throw the fucking blame game. Point a finger, and that's
Well,
all.
remember, Frank, that Florida they couldn't handle anything about gun legislation, but they would vote about making porn a health problem. So,
well, they said right after the shooting. Apparently, I guess Iowa, one of the branches, I can't remember if it was their house or what, voted, "Oh yeah, let's just get rid of all background checks." And then the other branch said, "Are you fucking crazy?" So,
Well, so like, is that what you're kind of worried about? A lot of these responses to shootings is the guns are gonna be out the window.
I don't care about the fucking guns. I care about them fucking with my movies, my TV shows, and my video games.
it's the scapegoat.
Right.
They're gonna salt everything with our thoughts and prayers, and now we're gonna blame video games for it, and now we're
Yeah,
gonna
you know
blame
why?
bad
Because
movies.
video games aren't the guy in their pockets from the fucking NRA.
It's like, if you actually, if you go and enjoy a mature rated video game or an R-rated movie, that's what you do, and you don't shoot things up. I mean, it's just crazy. Oh well, scapegoats avoiding the real problem, trying to distract you from actually doing anything.
Weren't they? I thought there was like a study where they were saying like playing video games helps you to be more aware of like violence and stuff, and
Well,
it helps you not do that type of stuff. It does like the opposite or whatever.
Not piggyback onto your story. I've got several of the same basic article. This one, I can't believe we're still blaming video games in 2018. He actually cites with links to
and video games
where it's been, we've been here before. There's various controversies.
How long until we blame the music? Is it going to be rap or that they're heavy metal?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, it was gangsta rap, and now they don't rap about that shit anymore.
That was the huge thing. Tupac.
You got the
coming
hot
back
coffee
in
mod.
Hologram.
Yeah, Trump says video game violence is shaping young people's thoughts. He's a 70 guys. Okay, honest to God here, little Jesus moment. Forget about the guns issue for a second. This is a 70-year-old man.
The guy who said he would have won the popular vote if they hadn't bust in millions of illegals.
Yeah, he said 3 million people voted illegally, and that fucked over the. Okay, whatever.
The guy who said his phones were tapped by Obama.
Yeah. So anyway,
he had the biggest inauguration ever. I mean, even though photos, never mind.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say something, Ben, but thanks. So he's a fucking liar. 70 years old, Grampy doesn't know. Like Obama was the first president to have a laptop in the Oval Office. I'm quite sure Donald fucking got rid of it because it scared him. And of course he's
my hair is amazing.
You kids with your fucking this and that. It's not like it should have been. Back in my day, your day, you did fucking what? You had bone spurs. You never were in the fucking service. I'm sorry. And you called real heroes bullshit.
I read an article where they said, actually, a lot of people were like, oh, his tweets are just distractions. He's trying to distract you from what he's really doing. And they said, yes. Actually, his tweets are he's live tweeting, watching Fox News on his DVR.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that was just sad.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, let's get off this.
My hair's amazing.
I don't mean to be preachy, but god damn. While we're talking about the government,
it's kind of the Evil Dead.
Ironic. It's preach and goddamn and the same.
Yeah. So we still don't know when net neutrality rules will come off the books. Updated. Go to
Hold
down
on,
to the
hold
update.
on. Hold on, Frank. Ahead of ourselves here. There you go.
Murder, She Wrote.
This story was
Or
originally
full check.
published February 21st and said the full Nintendo trailer repeal would take effect in late April, but has been corrected because the day of the repeal is still unknown. So, the federal FCC Nintendo trailer repeal has been published in the Federal Register. Groups that want to reverse the repeal can now start filing lawsuits. Congress can vote to get this shit overturned because nobody's happy about it except Ajit Pai. Even members of the FCC are like, no.
I'm sorry, I don't think Nate actually got to get in on that, the violence in video games. Hey, did you have any comments about that?
That's just it. Like, they're worried about gun violence, right?
Right.
So there's some M-rated video games that don't actually have any violence.
Right, it's just nudity and stuff.
Or psychological.
The blanket thing. Yeah. Horror.
Or horror, like...
Yeah.
Horror.
Whip.
Cool whip.
Whips.
You guys covered most of the
Okay,
rant.
good.
And not about this.
So, yeah. It's
Although-
up for... Go ahead.
I have a cousin, and they said that net neutrality was bad because there are loopholes in the net neutrality bill that allow internet provider companies to opt out of the net neutrality, and that they're trying to make a bill that is basically the same thing as net neutrality, except you can't opt out of it. But I don't know if that's correct.
Does your cousin also think that pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord was a good idea?
Well, like
Because there are people that say
read
that
the
and shit.
He read the net neutrality bill up to page 49. It's 495 pages.
Why states might win the net neutrality war against the FCC? Can states force internet service providers to upload net neutrality? That's one of the biggest unanswered questions raised by the FCC Commission's vote to repeal its net neutrality rules. So, basically, this is about the state of the state of things right now, as prepared by Ars Technica to break it down. But it's just more of what we were saying there about that it's bullshit and it's in a big state of flux right now. Everyone, the guy's getting death threats. He's getting all this shit. But is the money that
still, aren't they?
Yeah, he's being investigated by the FCC. Is the money worth it at that point?
I don't know,
yes,
man.
Yes, the money's worth it. Yes, the money. Unless I love the internet.
Paraphrase George Carlin, man, this country, I love the freedoms we used to have.
But,
whatever side you're on, honestly, the truth is my cable bill is going to go up. I don't want that.
Yeah,
I find it hilarious that the Republicans trying to make it a right or left issue about net neutrality. Because Trump was very much, well, hey, if Obama wants it, then obviously it's a bad thing, and it's like,
he rolls everything back until like a couple months in, people realize, oh no, wait, that was a good idea. Fuck.
Yeah, he was saying like, oh, if with net neutrality, if that goes through, then it affects us. Like, no, it does the exact opposite, Trump. But he doesn't know because he doesn't read.
No, and he doesn't know what is he. If you listen to him talk, does he go, when you're downloading an internet?
Well, he's talking about it. He loves Twitter because it's like a typewriter. You just bing, 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 bong.
Bing, bong, bing, bong, bong. But I had to throw this in here because it's so absurd, by the way. The NRA just awarded FCC Chair Ajit Pai with a gun for his courage. A mashup of two fucking stupid things, but together into a shit sandwich. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai joined the pack of the Conservative Political Action Conference, the assholes, on Friday alongside fellow Republican commissioners Michael O'Reilly and Brendan Carr, the architects of the recent order repealing net neutrality protections passed in the Obama era. Upon taking the stage, it was announced that Pi was receiving an award for the National Rifle Association, a handmade Kentucky long gun and plaque known as the Charlton Heston Courage Under Fire Award. While the gun itself was not presented on stage today, here's a photo of David Clark receiving the same award at CPAC in 2015. It's a fucking gun. Yeah.
There's Wayne LaPierre.
Yeah.
Hi,
So-
I'm Wayne. I'm a gun person. Bang bang.
So
There's a George Carlin quote for every occasion. I love it.
So that happened.
No good could come out of. So at CPAC today.
And back to gaming news now to try and lighten the fucking mood. Steam user develops his own way to find new games. These days, Steam is one part library, one part labyrinth. The sheer volume of games on the service is overwhelming. Valve's solution to the problem has been to double down on algorithms, but many still don't feel like Steam is helping them find diamonds in the rough. Enter Steam 250. Steam 250 is a site whose goal is simple: find the best games on Steam. It has a variety of lists from the 250 best games to hidden gems and everything in between. Its creator, Bilge, decided to create the site when he ran out of games to play. He realized that Steam tends to focus on games that are selling well or get lots of attention, and in order to find hidden gems on Steam, he'd have to do a lot of digging. So, hey, I use enhanced Steam on my browser so I can view stuff and actually. I mean, they're making changes to like the wish list and stuff, but that's about it. I mean, you gotta get in where you can fit in, right? Right, guys, right. Nate Dog,
He's
you're
amazing.
Yeah. Is it like a up? Is it like a thumbs up? Because don't they have the positive and negative review?
I mean, it's you can top 250 games, top 250 DLC, bestsellers, hidden gems, bestsellers of you. Huh?
How do you determine what is the top 250?
I don't know. I guess the top selling at the moment probably Portal 2, Witcher.
Isn't that the same thing?
Club. Look here, dog. I don't know.
Okay.
Go to the website. I done told you to go to the shit. Ben, do you have any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Steam's notorious sex game publisher keeps churning out incomprehensible games. Wait for the effect. Okay. While Steam has gained a lewd reputation, the specifics of who brings risque games onto the platform is largely unknown to the general public. In trying to find out whether or not Steam was actually being overrun by sex games, I accidentally stumbled on a controversial yet popular publisher who distributes incomprehensible erotic games on Steam. Last year, over 7,000 games were reportedly released on Steam. That's an overwhelming 21 games every day, and the number increases with every new year. According to Steam Spy's Sergei Galyonuk, 130 of the games released in 2017 were tagged with sexual content, up from 61 games in 2016. Tags are depicted by or dictated by players, which leaves room for false positive trolls. He weeded out the joke tags and pinpointed the biggest sex games on Steam. One name kept popping up: Sakura Game. The Chinese publisher has only been active on Steam since late 2016, but they've already got 26 titles under their belt. Each one promises bright-haired vixens and the like at an incredibly low price, around $2. I bought a handful of these games to get a sense of what Sakura Game offers and was surprised to find that every game I tried barely made any sense. Left and right, Sakura Game published titles featured highly broken English that made it difficult to discern what was going on. Sure, you might understand the broad strokes, we're in a classroom right now, or hey, I'm running in the rain. But beyond that, good luck trying to decipher the nuances of these text-heavy games. Wow, that's a lot of text. But yeah, I got a few
Nice.
of them for free, and yeah, they're porn, man. They go on internet naked chicks. It's real easy, man.
Naked.com. Naked
And your
chicks.
issue is?
I was just bringing this to light to people, you know. It came up, and I said, "Oh, hey, Steam. What?
Well, thanks for sharing.
Sex sells. I mean, you know, hey, you know,
Dang, man.
hang on there,
Naked chicken.
the internet is for porn."
Porn.
Gabe Newell's son thinks Valve needs to try something new.
But
What the hell? I had an ad come through playing in my ear. Okay. If you ever wondered what the inspiration for Half-Life 1's ludicrously creepy baby boss fight was, then wonder no more. It was Gabe Newell's son, Gray Newell, who, in case it isn't obvious, is Gabe Newell's son. Talked about his quasi cameo during a new interview with Valve's news network, in which he also spoke a bit about his own game project, Fury and Valve itself. So, yeah, it's real short. Read it. It's something there. But, paste and go. I want to get in a topic here. Ian, you're a big fan of the 4Ks, right?
4Ks?
Yeah, 4K monitors.
I
mean,
not really, because I can't. My vision isn't good enough to see all the details with them. So I mean,
because I got a couple articles here that are kind of entwined here.
I was just always curious how come they
How can they what?
like how could they really charge so much for 4K monitors when it's pretty much the same thing as a TV, but couple extra settings on them, you know? And 4K TVs, you could get, like, say if you look at like a 32-inch 4K monitor, that's gonna run you how many dollars? Like $500 or $600 or something like that. And the same size TV, if you just go over to Walmart or whatever, it's like a couple $100 maybe, you know? And all you got to do is change a couple settings on it or whatever to get that, what was that color space that Barnacles was talking about? Just change that, and it's the same thing pretty much.
Right. It's just cheaper. Just way cheaper.
The only thing I wish that they did is made like ultra-wide TVs then. That would be good.
Right. I mean, really, you can watch them in any aspect ratio because they'll just have black bars. It's just, it didn't catch on. They made them for a little bit, but I think they were only like 1080 or whatever.
And you never see 1440 TVs.
No, that's true too. It's hard to go back to sub 60 FPS gaming, which, yeah, I can understand that. Everything seems smoother.
Right.
And this guy, you know, talks about it and all that. But,
well, would you rather have, like, have high settings in like 30 FPS or like ultra settings in, or you know, the opposite?
Well, ultra settings usually doesn't mean a fucking thing. Like, as long as it's smooth, I'd rather have smooth gameplay, because if you're actually playing the game, when it lags, that's a pain in the dick. But
yeah,
you know, if it's
obviously it's really bad, but
right. I mean, if you got a machine you paid top dollar for, like, you know, high end graphics card and all that, you want it to be able to do the best at everything. But realistically,
well, I guess it depends on what kind of games you play too. If you really need that split second lag or whatever, you know, versus if you're just playing in all, I guess.
Right, competitive versus, you know, just trying to make something look pretty.
Yeah.
But this is.
What do you think, Nate? Do you have any opinions? You're pretty quiet.
He was taking a dump.
Do you have any opinions, Nate?
On 60 FPS?
Well, like, does high FPS matter to you, or like high, you know, like resolution, or high, you know, like settings like ultra, or
like
details and stuff.
Ultra details. It depends on the game, but like FPS matters when it comes to gaming.
Like what are you doing with your? You said you got what do you got in your computer now with your graphics card?
My graphics card is still a GTX 760, which is really old.
I thought you got a newer one.
No. But it still plays all the games on high settings, but
well, like you were doing Arc or whatever.
Yeah. It plays Arc at 60 frames per second.
Oh, okay. Is that pretty high settings?
Like that's just it. Like as long as I get 60 frames per second.
I haven't played Arc. Like I played it once since we've been on the show, and you said, "Oh, they've improved stuff." It's still like so fucking slow to load. It like the load screen freezes and it just sits and the music plays, and then eventually,
you have an M.2.
Yeah, well, for my OS, I mean it's on the game is loaded on a mass storage drive, but
I thought you got a 1 terabyte
for my OS. Yeah, for my OS, the games are on a mass storage drive. And then,
see, I would put a couple core games on there at least.
Nah, fuck that.
I mean, you're not going to use up all that 1 terabyte just for like couple programs, are you? What are you gonna? What do you put on there?
I don't know. I got music programs and video and whatever programs. So
programs and porno programs.
Right. But also,
you were originally gonna get a 250 gigabyte SSD you were asking about a long time ago.
That's what I've got one.
Or a 120 or whatever.
I got like a 140 or something like that for what I used to have, but then I found a terabyte for cheap. So, but anyway, this next link is just to a YouTube video, but it made me think today because this is something.
It's such a rare thing.
No, this is. I wish Doug was on because he would actually might be very opinionated about this, and it might be kind of interesting to see where it goes. The topic is 4K PC gaming.
I saw this. I watched this one.
Dying or already dead. Because let's be real here, have an honest, frank discussion. Frank. Okay, those are those speakers that we didn't know what they were. I guess they're Razer speakers. So yeah, 4K in this day and age, a monitor for 4K to see the benefits, you either got to get a smaller, like a 27-inch monitor, or get a stupid like 100-inch monitor so you can see it, which is going to be stupid expensive to do 4K. And your GPU is you can't buy one now. Anything that can run 4K is stupid expensive right now. Just stupid.
Yeah, you have to get like a 1080 Ti or whatever just to be able to do 4K at a decent settings, Yeah,
and it's not just about yes, okay, sure, you can run at 4K, that's great, but not 4K all day. No, because my buddy who is an Xbox fanboy, sorry Floyd, he says, "Oh yeah, the Xbox One S or whatever bullshit Project Scorpio, whatever the hell they got, you'll be able to do 4K natively all day." No, not 4K 60. No,
it's got the teraflops.
Yeah, he kept saying this, that, and I'm like, dude, it's an APU. At best, it's an APU.
Yeah,
and he's like, this guy. Go ahead.
They can't do 4K. You can't do the 120 hertz or higher.
Yeah, the guy was saying he's like to do 4K. He's like your refresh rate 60 hertz. Good luck doing 60 hertz. You can do. He's like it's not so great for actual productivity because like when you do the screen resolution and your in your like NVIDIA or whatever settings, you'll have sometimes it won't even be supported. And it makes text really too small. And sometimes it'll work like that for Photoshop, but then like video software, and then like if you get say this is a 34-inch monitor, I think he's got, and he's like, this is good size, but you really have to be further back for it to be worth it.
Right.
You can't be that close, and
also the Windows scaling is still messed up with things with it.
That was the very first thing he talks about. I'm not playing it obviously because I don't want us to. This is Hardware Canucks, which very good review site. You know, like I said, gives you a discussion because you know a 27-inch is what everyone would probably play 4K at. But if you're gonna go baller like that, god damn it, get a huge monitor, in my opinion.
Well, okay. So here's the thing though. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I can see both sides. Like what we said on one side, but then on the other side, I guess I could. It's pretty much it's just a higher resolution. It's not some kind of fad like 3D or the HDR or whatever. It's just a higher number. I mean, you
Right.
can't just say it's gonna die. So that means we're just not gonna go forward anymore. I mean, you really can't say that.
I will say
but
this.
like you
Go ahead.
hold on, Nate. I was just gonna say, you can't just limit your resolution because eventually we'll probably go up to 18K maybe and higher, or 8K and higher maybe. I'm just saying you can't. We're just not there yet. Pretty much, I think.
Yeah,
this guy's point was, it's not. We're not there as a standard yet.
Yeah, like all the comments were basically people were like, "Well, 4K is cutting edge." They're like, "I've had the monitor for like 2-3 years. It's not cutting edge. It's just you can't fucking do it." I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, because yes, you can get a game to run at 4K, a game maybe once in a while, maybe with low settings, but to get all the time and looking good, it's kind of hard. And he showed like this is a screenshot. He shows Steam's hardware, survey.
Well, yeah, the percentages.
The majority of people,
or something.
Yeah, 71% of people have 1080, and most hard drives, I think, actually showed. Well, it's like first they're expensive to buy, but then the survey shows that people don't even have GPUs that can support. They don't have the hardware to support 4K, much less low settings. So.
Yeah, most people don't even do the 1440p either.
It really, it depends on what you're doing. If you want competitive gaming, you're just going to play at a lower resolution, like 720, and just be happy that it's smooth as fuck. Because this guy, Dimitri, he says his preference is 100 FPS or above. Good luck getting that at all with 4K.
Right. I'm sorry, Nate. What were you trying to say?
I'm saying with 4K, it will increase download times on games unless we get faster internet. But it slows game development times because people have to make 4K textures.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not. That's a whole different thing. I mean, when they produce things, they produce the textures and assets. They produce it at such a higher level where they do have like a lot of wiggle room to be able to produce things at. Like if the boss says, "Hey, we want to hire res textures for this update or whatever," then they can easily do that. But I mean, you're right. Not a lot of games are developed for that. Out of the box, I guess.
Right.
Did you have any other opinions? Anybody?
No.
Like, what did you think, Ben, about that weird? What was that weird resolution size at the iMac, like the 5K or whatever?
The 5K display?
Yeah. What were you? Did you have any opinions on that?
I mean, I hear it's a nice display, but it's put into the iMac, and then, they say that once the new one comes out, it's like, well, you got this awesome display, but it's built into the machine, so they expect you to just toss it out.
Well, what about that new? They're coming out with an iMac Pro or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what all the stats are on that. I mean, the iMac itself was just basically a MacBook Pro, guts inside of a screen. So
you can see a whole ecosystem in your nose, Ben.
Nate Dogg, you got anything else to say there?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. And fuck you, crypto miners. I'll add that in.
By the way,
I'm telling you.
So
we know, Frank. Nate, we know.
New grant will support up and coming female streamers on Twitch.
What?
I'm all about that. Anything getting equality for streamers.
Equality and difference of of voice and all that stuff, I'm cool with that too.
Well, that and it's a sausage fest right now. God damn it! It's like ladies' night. You got to get the girls in there, or else they'll just
Yes,
be
it's
boring.
ladies' night. Woo, what a night!
Yeah, but that's something. There's going to be a lot of them that's going to be obsessed with them. Then
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to weed out the fucking dudes, but Anyway, also, I'm surprised you didn't know this article. In a first, U.S. Senator demands government oversight of predatory loot boxes in video games.
Oh, boy.
Last year, The Intercept talked to psychologists, gambling addiction experts, and state lawmakers about the proliferation of video game loot boxes, random assortment surprises purchased by players, many of them children, who hope to score certain coveted powers, much the way slot machine users hope to hit the jackpot. Many of these experts argued that loot boxes, typically purchased in small dollar transactions, represent what is essentially a form of gambling aimed at minors and call for government oversight.
So does trading cards.
Well, yeah, the hat game. Come on. In mid-February, Senator Maggie Hassan, or Hassan, however you pronounce it, the New Hampshire Democrat, answered the call. First, she wrote a letter to Patricia Vance, president of the Entertainment Software Ratings Board, which designs the warning labels for parents on video game products, asking Vance to consider listing the presence of loot boxes as a warning on product packaging and to study the wider use of the practice. The full letter to Vance is posted at the bottom of this article. So, yeah, I mean, if it is, someone buys a game for their kid and their kid is spending all the shit in their Steam account for these bullshit giveaways, that's kind of fucked up. Because they watch the stupid YouTubers and the guy recently who didn't say he was affiliated with a site. Oh yeah, go here. I get all kinds of. And then they go, okay, I gotta get that. And they waste their fucking allowance on it.
Well, I think Extra Credits did a video about loot boxes not too long ago, and it's like, at a certain point, they're kind of the only thing that could keep lifeblood into the game is like adding new features and getting people to pay for things. It's like bringing it in.
And what about free-to-play games? Like,
well, yeah, the game's free, but then you keep buying loot crates.
Yeah, but that's how they pay for the game.
That's the point, though. It's like that's how they pay for the game, and that's how it keeps things afloat. But then it's like, well, they could be, the argument that they're saying is that some people say that, oh, that's like gambling. It's like, well, how close is it like gambling? And then you have to have actually, I don't know.
Now, if they're gonna be like, treat it like gambling, it's like, okay, awesome. Tell them the odds of what you're getting, and that's a thing in gambling. You have to represent the odds correctly. So it's like it might be a 1 in 1,000 chance.
1 in 1 million might win.
1
the lottery.
million.
Hey, Ian, can you send an invite to my girlfriend? Apparently, I tried to add her, but it's not letting her join.
Oh, you're no good, Ben. You're no good.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks for
baby. You're no good.
Thanks for mixing words there. Yeah.
She's not in my circles, but you get add her your own damn self.
I can't because I'm using the app. In the app, I don't got no chat. I don't.
Oh no.
Yeah. The app is not as easy to use as you would assume. I mean, I got it. I mean,
I could try, but I'm not sure if she's gonna be.
Well, I tried adding her in.
The messages are, "Come rescue me, save me,
somebody save
I type in salon, and nobody pops up.
Well, it's she's SOPB.
Do you want to text him
So
so she doesn't get like spam?
Too late now, bro.
Too late now.
Well, you can use I'll email it to you.
Ooh, it's so easy. Why are these things so complicated?
Right.
Who are these people?
Oh. Ding.
Ping, bada bing.
Okay, so here's how your favorite websites and programs look on Samsung's new super ultra wide monitor. So the most monitors have a 16:9 aspect ratio. Ultra wides have 21:9. This one has a 32:9. It goes for $1,300. 49-inch monitor, right?
Right.
Here's how the Netflix homepage looks.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, let me.
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah. I was okay. Yeah. Is that curved or is that just?
Yeah, it's curved.
Oh well.
Huh. Here's a Chris Rock's tambourine from Netflix.
So is that like fully two regular widescreens then?
It's a 32:9 aspect ratio. I can't remember.
16:9. Yeah, that's there. 16 is
They did a
2 to 32.
one article actually broke it down to how big it would be. So, but
That's what she said.
here's a YouTube video. Here's a YouTube video with 32:9 aspect ratio, so that helps. A Twitter profile page.
Hey,
Oh, that's not. Hey.
how's it going, babe?
Hello.
Hi, Ian.
Hi.
I'm good, Ben.
By the way, have you met my friend Nate? Say hi, Nate.
Hey, Nate.
I don't think I have. Have
You
I?
didn't say what I said. I said say hi, Nate. You said hey, Nate.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Nate.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what are you up to, Solange?
I just got home from family game night. My siblings and I get together once a month and play games. And
What
basically,
was
it's just
tonight's?
tonight we played Clue.
Ooh.
And basically, it's
Who
just an
was it?
excuse to get together and eat junk food and bitch about the family and swear a whole lot. Steve picked it, my brother.
No. Who was it?
Actually, first game, Steve guessed wrong and was out, and then I guessed wrong and I was out, and yeah, we didn't do it very well. But Ben, good news!
Yes.
Guess when the next game night is?
Oh no.
Yep, you're right. 4 weeks from tonight, when you're going to be here.
Are you guys going to be playing a card game that I won't understand, and I'll just go?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm so bad.
No,
Please
it's my
don't
turn
hate
to
me.
pick. It's my turn to pick. We since the last time you attended game night, we came up with an order for selecting games, and we just go oldest to youngest in birth order. It's my turn to pick, so you and I can pick something that you like and know how to play.
So Naked Twister, gotcha.
By the way, I don't know.
Not with my siblings? No.
Nate, but Solange is Ben's girlfriend from Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
hi, Nate. Sorry.
So
and Ben,
I always
Ben, just a second, Nate. Ben, do you really want to see Steve naked?
No.
No. Yeah. Exactly. So I don't think you want to play Naked Twister with my siblings and I. I don't want to play with me. That's okay.
I didn't say they had to join in.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Nate. You had a question.
So I always joke because there used to be a joke where guys would say they had girlfriends, but they were in Canada.
Yeah,
when they
I've
didn't
heard
have
about that joke.
Yes, but he
and she gets to tell all her friends that she's dating a guy from the States. So.
And they all feel sorry for me. No, they don't.
They all go, did he vote for Trump?
Actually, this is funny.
Canada's amazing.
I had one of my residents.
Awesome.
I had one of my residents at work tell me today that I'm not allowed to have any sex this weekend. So I told her that Ben's not coming up till next month, so I'm clear.
Oh boy.
She laughed at me. It's the one that called me in Calgary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the crazy one. It's Crazy Bones.
I was just curious to say, wait, so how much sex are you having before I get there? That's not kind
All
of
of it?
weird.
Oh wait, no.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You don't have to pretend. It's all right.
Well, on that
So-
note, Ben, we should go off and have our date night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we called him first. Sorry.
That's
Yeah?
all right. I've been here long enough, and
Frank, do you really want to see who he wants to spend more time with, you or me?
Nah.
Hey, Frank!
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't think you'd win that one.
Nah.
No. I don't think you would.
I've
No.
had a nice time though, hanging out with everybody.
Go.
Well, that's
It
cool.
was nice. It was nice getting to see everybody again and catch up. It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been,
it's
a,
been
while.
a while. Right?
Oh boy, guys.
Yeah, when are you gonna come
Anyway.
down here to camp, Ben?
Again, I don't know. When Frank, when do you want to make a road trip over to visit Ian and Nate?
You act like I got a fucking drive, man. You got a car.
So do you.
Well, you ain't doing shit.
You drive to Columbus every day. I mean,
Yeah, for
crying out
work.
loud. Well, consider it a field trip.
Okay, I already drive 2 hours a day. Let me add some
Oh,
more hours to that.
Solange and I are gonna go on another road trip like we did last year. Drive 8 hours.
Hey, you drive
We're
to
gonna
go
drive
see
8 hours?
Ben and them, their
You're
family.
gonna drive 8 hours? Does that mean you're doing some of the driving this time?
Would you trust him with your car, really?
I meant it in the
Yes.
same way as when couples say that they're having a
Really?
baby. It's like
You're-
we're having an 8-hour car ride in your car with you behind the wheel and me going, "Go on, baby, keep going." Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Lucky
Can
me.
we take a can we take a break for some lattes or some Starbucks? We kind of tired here sitting here all this time.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh,
Have a good weekend.
Bye, Nate. Bye,
Hey,
See
Ian.
you
you
all on
too,
the other
guys.
side.
Peace out. Don't do drugs.
Never.
Drink your
Or
milk.
if you have to, be responsible. What's that all about? Okay, so if you didn't know, she did. Me and Frank swear that she does say that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no proof that they say a boot or don't you know. That is
Other than
Or
we
hoser.
heard her say it. That's
all I
plenty.
know is they said it a lot in Bobby's world.
Hoser.
Nate, we do this on an audio podcast. You could pull it up on YouTube if you would like.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you can hunt for it.
Right? We're not doing that shit. So Corsair came up with a keyboard. We tried to destroy Corsair's spill-resistant keyboard with Doritos and soda. Get this for Doug so he could shit himself.
Yeah, did we ever... what do you think about drinks next to computers? Do you freak out, Nate?
Well, like,
What?
do you guys have? Where are you guys' computers?
Well, like, you're in the room.
Yeah, am
I
I?
have a computer
Am I
up there and a
in the room?
computer on the floor.
Right. So, would you put your drink on the floor?
No, but like, would you freak out if I put a drink like above my computer there? It could.
I
Go
think
down
that's
there.
a dumb idea to put it on top of your computer.
Well, yeah. But basically, we're just asking because I remember what was the one time that you had your drink on your desk somewhere, Frank, right? And he was
Well, you got a drink near your computer?
yeah. It's like, oh, what do I need to have it in a sippy cup now or something?
Yeah.
I mean, my
I'm
little kid.
a grown-ass man. I don't. And my computer has feet, so it's not sitting on the fucking desk.
Yeah. So what we did for Doug, we pulled up this. I found by chance. I found this YouTube video of this guy that was testing out a copper plated, or I think it was a solid copper cup that he was testing out, putting like regular water or fluid in and trying to cool his processor. So he had an open cup sitting on top of his computer processor in his case.
With water in it.
He didn't.
Not
He
that
was
great.
really careful. He didn't spill anything, I don't think.
Yeah, the fan didn't blow it away.
The only thing is he said he had to be careful because it would have condensation on the side. So between the heat of the processor and then it being really cold, it would condensate. So you had to, like put some towels. Then he put like some kind of napkins around it or something.
That just sounds like a bad idea.
It's fun.
It is, but it was just a test.
Oh yeah.
So,
anyways,
yeah, this is to make a unhappy accents. Corsair designed the K68 spill-resistant mechanical gaming keyboard.
Resistant.
The K68 has an ingress protection IP marking of IP32 and should therefore be able to ward off particulates larger than 2.5 millimeters in dripping water. This is achieved by surrounding each of its Cherry MX red switch with a silicone flood wall. Case.
Yeah. It's resistant, so that means don't do it.
But it should if you have to.
Yeah.
But it's not the highest we've seen. That
Don't try
goes
to.
to Razer Black Widow Ultimate and its IP54 rating, whereas the Corsair K68 uses rubber flood walls. The Razer Black Widow Ultimate switch casings are inherently water resistant.
Yeah, I think my LED strips are IP67. I think. I guess it's
Probably
better
water.
the higher the number.
Are they like intended for outside?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Corsair's comments in the K68's durability has me itching to run it through a few real-life scenarios to test its true metal. So yeah, Cheerios, Doritos, and cream donuts.
Oh. Huh. Hold on, let me click on it. What's
Booyah.
Oh, shit. That just makes you cringe, doesn't it?
Nacho cheese and oatmeal.
That's not your cheese.
I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but our nacho cheese and oatmeal spread is guaranteed delicious.
Did they test the Nacho Blanco though?
The K68 fared well, but the HyperX Alloy FPS did not meet the same fate. After feeding it some nacho cheese, a good portion of the key stopped working and the space bar started to glitch. That's to be expected, however, as it's not meant to be punished like this.
Right.
Conclusion. Messing up the K68 isn't a problem. The real headache is the cleanup. The rubber floodgates prevent liquids from penetrating the switches with the keyboard is stationary, but they can be breached if the keyboard is tilted or moved around. This meant that I needed to keep the K68 still until I could drain all the liquids. By the end of testing, the keyboard was caked to goo. Everything was just stuck together. I sucked up the soda using paper towels and then scooped up the remaining nacho cheese. I mean...
Now, here's the question. Do you think that guy tried to return the keyboard afterwards? He's like, didn't work that great. He's like, why does it have nacho cheese?
No,
Dude, it's got nacho cheese on it.
Right. No, he probably got it as a review unit. I mean, this is a, PC Gamer. Is it .com? Yeah, .com. So
He was joking.
I don't know, but people actually try that shit, man. I mean,
oh yeah, I know. Dead Christmas tree, bring back to Walmart.
Yeah.
So many people on the data hoarder bitch about buying an external hard drive, opening up, and there's like a 2 gigabyte that someone put in there after shucking it and return it to the store.
Okay, I gotta ask Nate about this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said before, I plan on getting an 8 terabyte. I want to get I'm an internal guy, okay? I know you're an external guy yourself, right? You prefer the externals.
Well, my computer's maxed out on externals.
Well, you can't put in... How many hard drives you got in there?
The current computer case holds 2.
Okay. And you got those. You already have 2 in there.
Yeah, and I already have 2.
Well, you could always can't you stack it on there, or you could always use double-sided tape.
It does. It has this weird thing where you don't plug any of the hard drives in. You just put it in the slot, and then it auto connects it.
Oh, that's kind of nice. But well, basically, I'm asking because like, they're going about. I was gonna ask Frank's opinion because I see a couple different prices on Amazon, but they have. I guess you could get like an archive Seagate archive one. Is one of the cheaper ones, which is like I think $220 somewhere around there.
I would get an internal hard drive or an external hard drive case, crack it open, and then put it on an internal.
Okay, well that's what I was going to ask you because the 8 terabytes they're going for what? Can you get them now like 150, 160 or something?
Yeah, the Western Digital Easy stores have been going on sale fairly regularly. And
they do have tutorials on shucking them, taking the case off.
Yeah, you can take it. You can open it up without messing any of the tabs up, and then if it does give you an error, you can put it back in the case, and close it up, and go, "Hey, something happened, so it's under warranty, right?" And then they'll let you return it. But there's also
is that kind of the kind of thing though? Like you maybe get that from Micro Center instead of getting online, so it's easier to return.
Well, I mean, if you register it with Western Digital, because it's the same thing. I think the sale has actually been Best Buy is the one having it. Although once they're cheap on Best Buy, I think eBay and Amazon try to compensate, and they'll have the equals. I don't know how Micro Center's prices.
I'd rather give Micro Center money than Best Buy.
Yeah. But
a brick and mortar store.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to hold out because there was a guy on eBay that had 12 terabyte drives. He had a used one for $250, which I should have fucking just bought, but I didn't. Now he's got them for like $330, which is still pretty good. And then
that's external where you could chuck it.
No, these were just internal drives.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and they were the Helium and Enterprise drives. So
yeah.
Or Hewlett,
I'm just thinking.
Were they Hewlett Packard? I can't remember. Let me look it up while you guys are talking.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking because with all this net neutrality stuff, we should be downloading as much as possible, right?
I already downloaded the ARC dev kit that was 100 gigabytes download.
Wow.
Well,
we got to meet. Once I get this new hard drive too, we'll definitely meet our drive then.
Yeah.
Touch tips.
Because out of a 4 terabyte drive, I only got my internal one. I only have 10 gigs left.
Well, like my motherboard, other than my OS drive, it supports another 5 drives. And if I could max this out with, 12 terabyte drives, I don't think I'll need any for a minute. Ooh, set of 5 HDST 12 terabyte for $2,475.
Anyway, is that it for the news?
No,
hold on.
No. Not your show, Nate. So shut the fuck up. Motherfucker. Got any shit to say? Yeah, that's what I thought. Bish.
Yeah, the archive looks pretty good. If you put on, I'm going to put on my screen share here. I was going to ask your opinion, Frankie.
I think everybody should just start burning stuff to Blu-rays.
Right. Now that they have the archive, which is one of the cheaper ones because it's more meant for archiving stuff. But I mean, I'm sure you could still play stuff off of it, Yeah,
it's got the 120 megabit cache or cache.
So what's the difference between the archive and the regular ones?
Well, if you look down
faster.
Yeah, it's meant for cold storage versus the one below it there is got 256 megabyte versus 128. You could store
Yeah, I was
stuff
going to
on
ask
it, but
about this one because it's cheaper. It's 192, but this is a faster one. You're saying?
well, it's,
Oh, the read speed is faster.
Yeah, but it's like
it's
$30 cheaper.
Oh, well, isn't a slower read speed like? I would assume that it would corrupt more.
well, the other thing is the way you gotta look at it. Just don't get a security drive that's meant for recording security footage, because those are made to be continually written to. Whereas there's less error checking in the way that the card read or the drive reads, basically, because that's a big thing that's been posted on data hoarders. Like, so what if I get one of those purple drives that's meant for security? And they're like, no, it's meant to constantly be written to, and then when you try to read from it, it'll have an error and it won't check it.
Yeah, tell me what you think about this one. I gave you the link for it. Is this not a bad deal then? Because this is 192.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad.
192 for an 8.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
and
just want
the archive one was what was that, 225 or 217? Yeah,
217. What? And there's no actual rating on that one either. It's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why the other one wouldn't be good. I mean, I would just read through the reviews first and see what. I mean, it's got a pretty high stars.
Well, that's the thing. What does Bear OEM mean?
It's well, it's probably not formatted, is my guess. OEM drive. OEM. I mean,
used drive then?
Well, OEM is usually original equipment manufacturer, so I don't know if they got this out of another machine that would have a Seagate Barracuda, but you wouldn't think, because those are fairly new, especially that size.
I don't think this is a used one.
Now I want to see how much a 1 terabyte's going for right now.
Well, a 1 terabyte.
It's about $40 or $50.
It's got a tab. Just scroll down. A little bit up. Okay. See how it has.
Oh, you're talking about the options, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I want to see how much.
No, honestly, like
$44.
Any kind of if you're going mechanical hard drive, any size. I read this, like any size, it's going to at least be $30 or $40 just for the bare cost of producing a mechanical hard drive.
Then what's 2 terabytes?
They just get a fucking 4 terabyte. It's $80.
He's got a 5 external. Yeah, the 12 is going
like the second or third review of that one that you linked in.
Yeah,
the second or third review, the guy gave it 1 star. Used drives found in external drives, unit sold as new. I guess this guy just shucked a bunch of. So that's what the one. NOL skid instead of the advertised.
Oh, this is a private seller. Is this like an individual, or is this a store?
I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, the one guy says
much is it?
One guy says he got the 3 terabyte. Oh, now see, does this site? Yeah, this guy offers multiple sizes. Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
So you're not just seeing the reviews on that exact drive. You're seeing all the drives.
It's more expensive than the 1 terabyte.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're at least going to have a bare minimum price at any size they're going to charge for.
There's some programs that can only operate on the older drives.
The thing is, like I said,
I wanted to ask you about this though, Frank. I'm not. I want to be wary of like bad sellers. You know.
Well, I mean, that's why. Thank God that's why they have feedback.
It seems pretty positive, except a couple, like you said, the 1 star.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is not, only going to be this one drive. This is the seller's, feedback, where they lump it all together. You have to read the actual description. I was supposed to get a 3 terabyte, what do you say, B, and he got he was supposed to get a ST300 DMO01, and instead I was supposed to get a M008. I'm like, okay.
That matters. It matters.
I know, but we're not dealing with the three piece of junk. Okay, so and then you got to also take it with a grain of salt because a lot of people are stupid and don't sit. They don't go through the bullshit we go through. I spent 2 days trying to get my drive formatted to have a larger than 2 terabyte drive, and basically you've got to install shit and then reformat the drive.
What did you have to do? Because I didn't have to go through a lot for my 4.
Well, the thing is, you have to format it GUI partition table instead of master boot record because when you format as master boot, which is what it was by default, it won't partition correctly. It's got a file limitation in there somewhere. I can't remember the exact specs. But
why don't you just use that one program that does all that automatically?
What's that one program there, Nate?
I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. I have it on my
I also remember I had a drive in there when I installed onto my boot drive, and for some reason it made a partition and it put system files on it that I didn't need. So when I deleted them, when I tried to boot my computer up, it was still looking for those files, even though it was on a hard drive that was just supposed to be storage. So, But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think this must mean that they were like the one review said, they were probably in something and taken out of something else. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I mean, that's about the going rate. The going rate. Like I said, the go on sale is cheap as like 130 something. I think is, but that's just a sale that comes up and then goes away. Now,
so how much is a 3 terabyte?
A waste of money is what it is.
Well,
it's 84.
Now, how much is a 5 terabyte?
They don't have a 5. They have a 6.
How much is a 6?
170.
Is it 170?
Yeah.
So anyway, this here boner. Now, technically, this is not true. They say Samsung unveils world's largest with 30 terabyte. That's technically not true, but it also is true because
didn't they come out with their 16 already? Because I know they planned on that a while ago.
Well, Western Digital did come out with one that was 60 terabyte, but that was the 3.5, and this is an SSD, so it's 2.5. Now, basically, it's
the
a
16.
bunch of 16. Yeah,
I can't find a 16 yet. I don't think.
What about the snowballs?
Snowballs?
Yeah, the snowballs.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. What, snowball mics?
Oh, they're like storage that that one company sells, and they call them snowballs.
I
never heard
have
of
no
this.
idea.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
Type it in on Google.
Anyway, that's okay.
I can't find any 16 terabytes though.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen I've just started seeing the 12s, and really, like comparatively, like the 10s when they came out were 400 and something, and the 12s are just as much. And if you get 5 of them for that 2 extra gig, after you get 5, you get 10 extra terabytes, right?
Right.
So it makes more sense for what a 16 or 12. I mean,
no, 30.
What the? Okay, now you're confusing me. What are you talking about?
That's a 30.
Yes.
Well, this isn't even. This is.
Yeah, this isn't out yet. This is theoretical. Now, like I said, Seagate has made a much bigger 60 terabyte, but that is the spacious 3.5-inch form factor and demonstration technology from Seagate. This is from Samsung. Now, the other articles I've read are like, yeah, you're not going to be able to fucking afford this. And I'm like, probably not, because they don't expect normal people to buy this. If you bought 30 terabytes in one drive, well, first off, it's solid state, so you could stick it anywhere. You could hot glue it into the case. It wouldn't fucking matter.
Right. I saw what was like added up to 32 gigabytes, one of those lacy NAS things where it's like I think it's like what's I I think it was 32 or 30. I forget the size, but it was like six. I think it was 36 because it was like 6 terabytes, but it was like going for like $3,000, and I'm like, even that many hard drives, it's not going to add up to that much.
No, those guys
$1,000 for the exclude, the case,
Yeah, they do markup like it doesn't. It may look like an Apple device, but it's not going to retain the the value like an Apple device. Now these were built from 32 sticks of 1 terabyte NAND flash packages. So basically, my M.2 drive is a terabyte. So 32 sticks put together.
Oh, is this 30 SSD?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 terabyte SSD.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Now put that into it. NVMe.
Now, well, I mean, Ian, I already said my motherboard alone can support 5 more drives. So 30 terabytes. I mean, and really, these, even if this cost $1,000, okay, 30 terabytes, you could buy 1 drive and not have to buy another one. You could save up to get, you don't have to fill the thing full.
Right.
Because, like, even if you buy a used NAS, like an actual server grade server off of eBay, you're limited to 2 terabyte drives, maybe 24 of them max. And that's still a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
This, you could put a desktop computer case, cram these little, basically flash drives in the motherfucker. And
yeah. Did you see that DIY? Linus did a video on a DIY SSD where you could use SD cards.
I saw something
and connect
about
it together to be a SSD. Pretty much, you're pretty much just putting the NAND dies on the thing or whatever,
Yeah, I saw the thumbnail for it and was like, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
But
so, and you were saying that they're going to do a 60 or whatever, or was that like a different company?
Well, no, Samsung, because this is Samsung doing this. The Seagate had done a 60 terabyte, but it was in a 3. No, it was SSD, but it was in a 3.5. This is in a 2.5.
Yeah, I remember that.
So this is this is standard SSD size. This is the shorter. So
I never really cared about the form factor size. I just cared about if it was SSD or not,
Well, yeah, I mean SSD is faster, but they're smaller. Now, my case now has the slotted hard drive trays that you can screw down standard 3.5, or you can screw down the 2.5, but they're so short you literally could stack them on top of each other. So your 10 drive bays turns into 20 drive bays.
Yeah, my new case has 2 regular drive bays, which I guess you could stack more on top of that if you wanted, but it had 8 slots for SSDs and like a grid behind the motherboard.
Now here's a Lacey or whatever you said.
Yeah,
that's an ugly ass drive for one. But look, for $500 you get 12 terabyte, and you get a USB hub. And
go to one of those where it's like 30 terabytes or something though.
And a can of blow.
Okay.
Now,
anyway, next story.
You shut up.
Next story.
You shut up.
So use that can of blow on you, Nate.
You can blow me, motherfucker. But no, the very first article I saw was you won't be able to afford Samsung's record-setting 30 terabyte. And I'm like, yeah, probably not. But oh my god, I want it so bad. What was it? They said they were saying how much they expected to be worth, and the guy's like, the price of the 30.72 terabyte SSD was not announced, but the 15.36 terabyte cost more than $10,000 2 years ago. Samsung plans to launch other capacities using the same technology, including the 15.3 terabyte and the 17.6 terabyte, 3.8 terabyte, and 1.9 terabyte, 960 and 800 gigabyte versions. So
yeah, especially thanks to the NAND shortages and stuff with the RAM, the SSDs really haven't come down that much in 2 years.
No, I mean a standard mechanical, yes, is cheap as dirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would love to see, a cheap, 30 terabyte, but I doubt it. But whatever. Also,
It'll probably be if you say that thing 2 years ago went down to like 10,000, or what did you say it was 15,000 or whatever 2 years ago?
15 terabyte was 10,000 2 years ago.
Okay, so if you just say it's the same, pretty much as that would be like 20 grand.
By the way, Tap is the wearable keyboard nobody asked for. It works as a mouse too. A couple of years ago, I got a test of the potential future of text input. It was called the Tap Strap, and it was a weird foam prototype that slid up over my fingers and allowed me to painstakingly input text through taps and combo taps. Well, now it's shipping. It's just called Tap now, and it looks a bit more comfortable. A series of loosely connected rings instead of a foam block. It's $149.99. It connects to your phone or computer over Bluetooth and has 8 hours of battery life, and also works as a mouse now. What the hell is it? Tap has sensors on each of your 5 fingers. When you tap them on relatively solid surface, I use a table, but in the launch video, people are typing on the chest of a significant other, laps under a table, or a business-suited arm. Tap can tell which fingers are tapping, and it turns those motions into text input. A single finger tap is a vowel, and combination of fingers create the other letters. I suppose it's supposed to take about an hour to learn the basics of tapping. The Tap comes with games to help the learning process.
Just tap it in.
I mean,
tap-a-roo.
Having to come up with a code to be able to type just so you can lounge around and no, fuck
so
that.
I will say,
is this like Frank, is this your opinion? It's unlike the hot girl across the street. You wouldn't tap that.
I'm gonna say this: as a keyboard, it sucks. As a gaming perspective, that might be okay, because imagine having like 100. How many keys are on the keyboard?
It depends on which one you buy.
So let's say
Well, what's the best one?
Well, that's also depends on what you get. You could get 10 keyless. You could get 60%er.
I'm saying, let's say, to be able to have a controller that could do 120 macros, that's pretty cool. With your fingers?
You gotta know codes, and fuck that.
Well, for an MMO game, it could be useful, I suppose.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying as a keyboard, that's completely useless.
Nate Dogg,
people memorize those macros all the time with MMOs.
Are you into that stupid mouse that's got joysticks in it?
The split joystick keyboard thingies?
No, hold on. Let me find it. Yeah. This thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to tell you about this. This is a potential competitor to that 3D Connection mouse.
Oh, yeah, the Space Explorer.
The Space Explorer. Because you can, it supports a lot more applications and stuff, and it's a lot more open source.
It's got a stupid joystick on the side, and then you can wiggle the mouse like it's a joystick.
So, do you know why I might be interested in this, Frank? So there's this thing called the Space Explorer, and what it does, it's for 3D modeling.
And CAD design. Remember that thing you used to do when you used to be into productive stuff, that AutoCAD stuff, right?
I'm sorry, are you still talking?
No, we were talking to the old Frank.
I didn't know you knew AutoCAD.
Yeah, he did AutoCAD stuff back when he used to learn stuff.
I have an associate's in mechanical engineering, dog. Man sues Microsoft for $600 million after a forced Windows upgrade destroyed his PC. Yes, this is Fox News, but the title was so clickbaity I had to share it. A lawsuit against Microsoft may seem outlandish, but it expresses a not uncommon user complaint. Filed this month by Frank, of course it is, K. Dickman Jr., of course it is, of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The lawsuit seeks damages of $600 million from Microsoft and its CEO, Satya Nadella. The plaintiff's PC and Asus laptop came loaded with Windows 7, but then became non-functional immediately when the upgrade to Windows 10 failed, according to the complaint filed in the U.S. District Court of the District of Colorado earlier this month. The upgrade deleted the cached or backed up version of Windows 7, the complaint states. The only sensible remedy is for Microsoft to supply the OEM version of its operating system by download from its website and confirmed by the key code which came with the computer, the filing notes. The owner is demanding that Microsoft supply the Windows 7 operating system because the only way I can be certain of a quality Windows 7 operating system is to obtain it from the original vendor, Microsoft Corp. So yeah, it's not the first time people did that. What do you guys think?
He might win.
You really think so?
Yeah, they'll probably settle. Not for 600 million, but he'll probably win.
And
I don't know. I don't know if he has that good of a case against it.
The update destroyed his computer.
There's probably something in the agreement when you installed Windows, you know.
But it says it was a forced update.
Yeah, it was an auto update. He didn't agree to it. Remember that thing back when they were forcing the update?
Yeah. No, I'm saying there's probably something in the agreement when you first install Windows that says, hey, you can't sue us for anything, any kind of updates.
And then we can sew your mouth to your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Chinese Bitcoin mining company may have made as much money as Nvidia last year. Based on conservative estimates of gross margin of 75% and operating margin of 65%, Bernstein analysis calculate that Beijing-based Bitmain made $3 billion to $4 billion in operating profits in 2017. In contrast, Nvidia's operation profit was $3 billion during the same period, according to Bernstein's U.S. semiconductor team estimates. So, since we've done so many stupid articles on crypto mining, now I get notifications. Hey, here's another crypto story. I'm like, shut up! But this one's actually kind of interesting. But like this one, the title alone, I was like, more than Nvidia. And then, what the fallout of cryptocurrency collapse might mean for graphics cards. With or without the coin apocalypse, the GPUs remain a growing business. I mean, everywhere I've read is basically, if you buy one from a miner, just be careful that the fucking fans aren't worn the fuck out.
Right. I mean, aren't you upset about this the GPU stuff? Well, I mean, it sucks to try to build a computer right now between the double the prices for RAM and the pretty much about the same 200% for cards.
That's just it. Like, nobody should be GPU mining right now. They should all be doing the dedicated rig for the ASICs. And if they are, they're only getting about 100 hashes, which it generates to about $1.03 a week. Which, unless you're getting free electricity.
Well, wait a minute. For normal people like Barnacle and stuff, they were getting like a couple $100 a week. with his mining setups that was like some kind of server thing.
How many computers are working on that server?
He had like 5 of them in his shed or whatever.
Yeah, that's 5 computers.
Yeah.
And he's not getting $100 a week.
Well, that's what he said.
So if you had 5 computers at 500 hashes, you'd have to be getting. Ooh. The ASICs are claiming they get 4 terahashes a second.
I'm still interested to know how much that money that guy got. You weren't here when we did an article. What was that? An article you did, Frank, about a guy that used a supercomputer for a while before he got caught to mine stuff.
Yeah, they hacked into the supercomputer at, I can't remember where it was.
So some kind of nuclear power plant or something, right?
Yeah, in like Russia, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, the Russian nuclear power plant, they were using it, like the employees. That was there's 2 different stories. Some guy hacked into some supercomputer, and another one they had like main websites, like 30 of them, and they only got like $24 because it got caught really quick.
Right.
But yeah, how to bring back Google's missing view image button. I don't know.
I heard there was like add-ons and stuff you could do with that.
Yeah, I don't know how long this will work because, whenever they do stuff like this, there's always some workaround, and as soon as they post it, deleted.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to read it because I want people to go to the article and read it themselves. But just show that it's thought about and people are doing it. Nate Dogg, did you have any comments on the view image being taken away?
That's just it. Like, if I want the image, I can just go into the HTML code, get it from there. I can also download the web page.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of the add-ons and buttons and stuff that they're adding to Chrome pretty much does. You could get tons of stuff for that now. Right.
And if they encrypt their web code, you can always just unencrypt it. So it's tribute to.
Well, they were under pressure. So, by the way,
yeah, but it's crazy that they gave into a company like Getty. I mean, the whole thing took Google down.
For now. Yep.
Anyway.
1 second. Anyway. Here comes Samsung's answer to the iPhone 10. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Apple made huge leaps forward with its newest phone. What could we see from its biggest rival, the Galaxy S9? Apple vowed the world with its iPhone 10. Now it's Samsung's turn. So the S9 is going to come out, man. It's all leaked already, and people got their boners ready, man.
Yep.
I'm still rocking the Pixel XL, so.
Well, if you get a new phone, are you going to get the
I'm
2
not.
or the XL?
Nope. No, I'm still paying off the 1.
Yeah, okay. Well, are you happy with you're going to stay in the Pixel line, though, you think?
Probably not. Because they said, we're never going to get rid of the headphone jack. Hey, we got rid of the headphone jack. What? And they really oversold it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great phone. It works great. But, meh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Google Assistant. She's way better than Siri. But
for personal reasons, Nate's not too happy with Google right now.
What's going on, Nate?
Oh, they disabled the get. So I'm trying to get rid of the OK Google, and they've disabled that.
To get rid of what?
The OK Google.
And they disabled the ability to get rid of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much the OK Google, it's always working in the background, just like you know how Siri, you could always say, "Hey Siri."
I mean, my wife turned Siri off on hers, so.
Well, Google doesn't want you to be able to turn it off, apparently.
No, there's instructions online, and like the instructions aren't working.
Yeah. So he's kind of frustrated with that.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, Nate, what's your opinion on the Apple HomePod? That's another thing. I'm kind of surprised you have an Alexa or whatever. So that's always listening to you, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Yeah. You still have it though, right?
Yeah.
Do you? What do you think about the HomePod, the Apple's version of that?
I saw one thing on Kickstarter where like they had a home assistant, but it was not connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
I like that idea better.
So it keeps a database. You always have to update the database manually then?
Yes. However, no, it wirelessly connects to the internet. So if you want to update it, you can update it. But like, if internet goes out, you still have your assistant, and you know it's not recording you.
Right. Well, the HomePod is Apple's version of the, like the Echo and the Home Assistant or whatever.
How much is it? Is it like $20?
No, it's there. No, you're paying for more of. It's like a speaker thing. A lot of people are mainly using it for music and stuff, and they're going to be coming out with the thing where you can, if you get a second one, you could do stereo with it then. So really, you're paying for a speaker with voice with Siri on it.
So,
I mean, it's a good speaker. I mean, I'm not sure where they get their speaker from, but
money?
What? It's like $300.
Yeah, that's a waste of money.
You wouldn't pay for good speakers.
That's just it. Like, you can get a Echo Dot for like $30. You can get a Google Mini.
Yeah, but that thing is a little puck. This thing is a giant speaker.
Yeah,
you're pretty much paying for the audio part.
You can connect them to speakers.
Yeah, but I'm sure you could do something similar to that. Yeah, but if you want the same speaker, you're still going to spend the same amount of money for this same quality speaker because it's like it's a speaker.
Yeah, but are you getting $300 worth of speaker? Is what I'm asking.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they source their.
He doesn't have one, so we don't
or whatever. Right.
All right.
It's really good with bass and stuff. I guess It's pretty much like, I guess it's kind of similar as far as the quality goes to that. What was that thing where you could dock your phone into the thing? You remember that, Frank, a while ago? That home thing? There was it was like a boombox type speaker that you could dock your iPhone into, and then you could play music from that. And it came with like a remote or whatever.
The iHome?
Yeah, the iHome. You were never a fan of that, were you?
I think we have one. I think they're a little late to the smart home game because they have to catch up with that many years of extra things that they've come out with. The other models have lowered the price to a thing, and they have multiple price models. So,
well, Frank's like you're really become anti-Apple now, haven't you, Frank?
Well, they keep walling off everything and making you pay for less features because they know why are they fucking with stuff they shouldn't fuck with. It was already perfect when it left the Apple factory.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, Apple makes things where it's pretty much you're paying for
the Apple tax.
That thing. Well, you're paying for
the name.
Yeah, you're pretty much paying for the name. I mean, I'm sure that they add some kind of quality. I mean, they're a quality company. They don't just give you garbage,
I will say, if it breaks,
After
Then
you
what?
take the day off to stand in line at the Apple Store.
Yeah. Well, I will say they definitely are a shadow of their former selves. They seem to be a lot better quality company than they used to be. I mean, if they weren't, then nobody would. They'd be totally out of business.
I
They?
still remember Apple's infomercial days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where we got our first Performa.
Yeah. What do you think Apple's mistake was, Frank? What do you think they should have done? Was there like a time in history where they made a wrong decision or something?
I mean, I understand a lot of the stuff they did to be innovative. They're like, well, we're gonna go with FireWire. We're gonna do that. Okay, but then like when they switched to from the regular connector to fucking the lightning connector and made everyone buy adapters and shit.
Yeah.
When they already had all these third-party accessories and shit
It's
like
just like
that.
all those red cameras.
It's like people said, "Hey, can we do that?" No, yeah, we know you want that. We're not gonna do that.
Well, it's like
stopped-
I showed that article to Doug, and he's like, "Yeah, I admitted Apple is a cult, pretty much."
I gave up on them when like the last couple of iPhones. I was like, I want bigger, and then they're like, longer. No. So, but you know, what do you think?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they make quality things. It's not like they're like a cheap company. It's just maybe you just pay too much for. But they could probably give you more, you know.
What they charge you for RAM is just fucking, as bad as any of the like crypto shit we're talking about. Any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like a scam. There's no reason shit should cost that much.
Right. What was it like? I remember when Ben was like, I was trying to help Ben out a while ago, and he was trying to look for a graphics card, and he could only find like, what was it, like a really old AMD card or something for Apple, and it was way more expensive because you had to get the compatible Mac version or whatever of the graphics card.
Yeah. Oh, they make Mac versions of hard drives, which is retarded. Just format the fucking thing. Guaranteed to work with Mac. And you're like, or you could just format it, which you're going to have to fucking do anyway. So.
They're guaranteed that they paid us money.
Right. Guaranteed to cost more.
Yeah.
So.
Next.
Well, anyway, guys, that's all the stories I'm going to go ahead and share. I linked more, but.
Thank goodness.
Okay, thank goodness, because
what?
We can get into some trivia.
Oh, well, I gotta go. Yeah, boring ass trivia.
Hey, we're actually at a schedule.
Yeah, trivia, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. Oh, man.
Infinity and beyond.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Hold on, let me maximize. Would you rather marry at age 10 or never marry at all?
You must be faithful to the relationship.
Never marry at all, because at 10 you'll make the biggest mistake of your life.
No living spouse.
Yeah, no. They're thinking common law marriage. No.
So you would just not marry at all then?
Well, if you marry at 10 and then you realize, what the fuck is my problem, and you try to get divorced, they're going to have all your shit.
Yeah, this is kind of more of a question of like, you know, like where are you in a country where they do like the arranged marriages or whatever? You think that's better or not? You know,
that's never marry at all.
what do you think, Nate?
Marry at age 10 for me.
What?
Just to be different, huh?
Tax breaks.
Your Firefox needs an upgrade.
Oh,
It's an upgrade.
I'll say never marry at all because I can handle. Pretty much, you're just saying it's just a legal thing at the end of the day, you know.
Well, no, you can't have live-in spouses. Just stupid.
Okay, we'll be neighbors, you know.
Right. We're roomies. Oof, fuck.
Oh,
Wow. You guys are dumb.
Yeah. So Nate got that one in, but not for the right reason though.
He was just guessing some shit. Would you rather change your religion or change your political party? You would have to vote for everyone in your chosen political party and would have to actively participate in religious customs.
Oh,
Well, this is stupid because I'm Catholic. I could go back to being Baptist or any other Christian-based faith, and it's the same shit.
well, what does actively mean besides just like every Sunday going to church?
Actively, I mean, you have to get up and anything other than sitting in your room and praying a couple of times.
So just going to church every Sunday. You couldn't even do that. Even though there's just like an hour or so one day every week.
Not only an hour. Nope, depending on where you go, and it depends on what they want you to change your shit to. Because like if you become one of those religions where you have to pray so many times a day, ugh. It's all
How
a bunch
long
of
is
crap.
Catholic Mass?
I thought it was like a couple hours. I thought.
Yeah, when I went to midnight mass, that would start at 11 and end at midnight. And that was, just that one. The regular mass, I don't even know. I've never been to a regular service. I went to Easter service and midnight mass, and that was it.
Well, you're pretty active, aren't you, Nate?
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I'm not good at measuring time.
Well, what do? You make sure you go to church every Sunday, though, right?
Not every Sunday, no.
Because I thought you went with your cousin
There's some days that I can't make it.
Well, regardless, there are too many religions that are splintered off to believe in the same God that I worship. They just read the book differently. Whereas the political parties, I can't vote for an idiot. I can't.
I'd rather change political party.
Are you one of those guys who doesn't think of voting anyway?
There's independent.
There you go. I was going to throw my vote away anyway, so what the hell?
I'm going to go with Frank. I believe what I want. 66.
I'm sorry. I couldn't go from voting for one to voting for the other. There's like 8, 9.
Yeah, I was going with you. So you chose the religion, right, Frank? You changed your religion.
Because it's not like they're not saying go from Jesus to being a Jew. There's like 9 different religions where you still worship Jesus.
So Nate got it again then. Because they're idiots.
Yeah. Would you rather be tarred and feathered or be whipped and chained?
Whipped and chained.
Whipped and chained because tar is hot tar.
Yeah, whipped and chained. Oh, people are dumb.
Yeah.
This round, man.
Would you rather explode or implode? Either way, you were dead, so what's it matter? Go out
Well,
with the bang, so explode, man.
yeah, I feel like imploding. You're probably gonna. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a death, maybe. Explosions are a lot quicker, I would think.
I'm gonna explode.
I want implode.
All right. Well, finally, me and Frank are on the board here.
We're on the board, motherfucker. 20 questions in, we got like 4 answers. Would you rather cheese grate your upper arm or slide down a fireman pole covered in tacks into a pool of rubbing alcohol? You must
my
cheese grate
God.
your entire upper arm and you must be naked sliding down the pole.
Arm?
Cheese grate your arm.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't say how hard you got to do it.
Yeah, 60.
Oh, I got to scrape all over my arm.
Yeah, besides, you could do it on the other side of the thing, isn't it? I don't know.
Would you rather go to the dentist or watch women's sports? Women's sports.
Women's sports, one, they don't, the other one, they drill into your mouth.
Yeah, they drill in their mouth and a guy puts rubber hands in your fucking mouth. Or you could watch women in short shorts play volleyball.
Yeah,
Okay.
Did you get all this? Didn't you have a lot of stuff that you had to go through like last year or something, Frank?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you choosing that same thing?
Yeah.
Were you really choosing that same
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
I mean, really, who's going to go to the dentist?
Yeah.
I still
No, I
have
mean,
to
I
have
thought you had some kind of problems with like you had to get some root canals or whatever.
No, I'm going to have gum surgery. I just haven't.
Because bills.
You have decent teeth, don't you, Nate?
Not fantastic, but not terrible.
You haven't had any problems though.
Well, my problem is my gums are too big and shit's getting stuck down in between them.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in Hyrule or live in the Mushroom Kingdom? Mushroom Kingdom.
I'd rather live in Hyrule because Zelda's hotter.
I think Hyrule.
Oh.
She's asleep, you
Yeah.
pervert.
And
Would you rather have a conversation with Yoda for 10 minutes or punch Jar Jar Binks for an hour? Punch Jar Jar Binks for an hour.
This is a tough one. I think
it's tough. It's tough. What?
Yeah.
Hanging tough.
Jar Jar, man. Tough enough.
Ain't that
What are you
tough
choosing,
enough? Bow, bow.
Nate?
Yeah, I said punch Jar Jar.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, the internet is stupid tonight, so. Yeah.
Would you rather a spouse with trees' arms or a spouse with alligator arms?
Trees?
Yeah, trees because they won't hurt you.
Clarify.
Yeah.
Assuming both are the size of human arms, it says.
Well, yeah, especially then.
Whoa, okay, so
I'd rather have the trees even if they have to be gigantic tree size, you know?
Are they getting alligator arms or alligators as arms?
Alligator arms, bro. It says so right there.
Okay, then alligator arms.
Oh, I thought they were saying like it was gonna have heads, you know, like the alligator heads where I could bite you and stuff.
Then that would be alligator's forearms. God damn it.
I would choose the alligator arms because at least there's some kind of arm instead of a tree. Are you sticking with the trees, Frank?
Yes.
All right. Well, you would be correct.
I don't understand. Splinters.
It was close though.
Hold on just a second.
I need your help, Frank. I need your help, Frank.
Would you rather get married to someone you don't love or get married to the love of your life, but you can never have sex with them? Get married to someone you love because at least you can talk to them.
Yeah, you don't have to have sex to connect to your soulmate, right?
No, and then if you marry someone you don't love, you have a roommate you don't love. Think of that.
Right.
You don't have sex
I've had
either
a-
way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, look at my picture.
Hold on.
Isn't that hot? Oh yeah. Oh baby, oh baby.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Okay.
Hey, my mouse is dying.
Oh well, I won because I got 5. So good night.
No, it's just low.
Would you rather be Dr. Zoidberg or be Kiff?
Hold on, let me go back to that. Did I add us all points for that? I don't think I did I? I'll add it. We all got the same thing anyways. Okay,
Would you rather be
Zoidberg
Dr.
or
Zoidberg or Kiff?
Zoidberg.
I'd rather be Dr. Zoidberg.
If
Kif
I
is
mean,
a
granted,
system.
Kiff had Amy, right?
Right.
But still,
Zoidberg.
Kiff is the assistant to Zep Brannigan.
Yep.
oh crap, that's right. Never mind.
Zach
You chose,
Brannigan.
you said Zoidberg though, right?
I did not say Zoidberg.
Oh, okay. So me and you are tied then. Frank's coming out.
Would you rather wear pants too high or wear pants too low? You will look dumb either way.
Well, too low because that's the hipper thing to do nowadays. It's more comfortable.
Yeah, too low.
Too low.
Yeah, don't want to walk around with a witchy,
Slings. Oh, people are liars, man.
right?
Swing low, sweet chariot.
Would you rather have a tapeworm that eventually kills you or have AIDS?
Have AIDS because you could.
Yeah.
There's gotta be.
Even with
They're
full-
already working on that shit, aren't they?
Well, full blown AIDS, you can live to be like another 50 years.
Tapeworm.
Even with full blown AIDS. No, tapeworm will eventually kill you.
Yeah, it
Tapeworm.
says it'll kill you.
Tapeworm.
Why do you say tapeworm?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Then you're extra hungry all the fucking time. And it costs more to just live.
Do you know how expensive? Oh,
Oh, it was close though. Me and Frank got it though.
Yeah.
we already got.
Would
this
you
one.
rather be a wizard or be a vampire? Wizard. Vampires kind of suck and they can't go out in the daytime.
The correct answer is wizard because we've done this.
Did we do this already?
We did.
I don't remember doing this one. Do you, Frank?
No.
The correct
Yeah.
answer is wizard.
Okay. Well, I would. Yeah, wizard could do a lot more. I'm going with wizard.
Granted,
You
yes.
said that-
Well, it's got a possibility of being a vampire because people are into stupid vampires right now, even though it's a bastardization of vampire.
Harry Potter, though.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So based on popularity, you're going for the vampire, though?
No, I say wizard because he has more powers.
It's wizard because we've done this one before.
Well, we know what we would choose, but is this you're saying everybody would choose that?
I think more
Yeah.
people would realize, well, wizard can do things. A vampire is slave to the disease that causes them to drink blood.
All right.
I got one more and I'm gonna win.
to win.
Would you rather have a very attractive spouse that treats you badly or have an ugly spouse that adores you? This marriage sucks.
Well, this goes back to the other question, that ugly spouse, because then that would, that's more like the person that you would like your soulmate, you know?
Eventually you'll be blind, and if they hate you and treat you badly, then eventually you'll fucking be killed by them.
Yeah.
Versus if they're ugly, they're all the same in the dark, man.
Right. I mean, I guess you think about it like that, but yeah.
That's so terrible.
Yeah, that is pretty terrible, Frank. Email Frank at hotRod57.
I didn't write that shit. I just think of it and repeat it.
Spouse that adores you.
Yeah. Oh, people are liars.
No.
At least we win. Well, I mean, we got it, but and they chose the right answer. I'm just saying that most of them probably aren't being honest. That's how they don't feel that way.
I think most people would rather have an ugly spouse that loves them because people are vain.
Well, you would know because you're the winner, Frank.
I'm the wiener. Yeah, with my alligator arms. Wiener.
Hey, Frank! Bullshit!
Great. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
Right.
Thanks for coming. It was fun. I guess we'll see you all next week.
No, we're going to see him in a little bit because we're doing a second show tonight, Frank.
Oh, no, I didn't hit the live button. Oh, no.
No. Call Ben back.
Wait, you didn't hit the live button?
That was once he did that.
Yeah, we missed about half an hour before we realized it. I clicked on the motherfucker, but Google didn't respond to me, so whatever. The button turned green and everything.
Next time that happens, we're just not having a show that week.
Right.
We don't know, guys. We had technical problems, meaning no.
Yeah. Anyways, anybody got anything to plug?
Nachos.
Yeah. You don't want to plug your channel, Frank, as if like you're gonna be doing stuff on your channel?
I ain't doing that shit. I was gonna stream today, but I'm tired, dude. In another 4 hours I'll have been up 24, so no.
Yeah. Did you get some Taco Bell at least tonight?
Yes, I spent more than I like to admit. I had 2 of everything, and I ate it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for coming on, Frank.
Thanks.
Thanks for bringing all the articles and stuff.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for having me. All right.
All right.
Frank doesn't have his webcam on, so I'll do it for Frank.
Oops.
Shot a scissor up.